The deathless, but the heart still feels the pain. He sailed when Rome still ruled the waves and Carthage burned to ash. Cut down tyrants by the score, left empires in the crash. No blade could keep him under, no grave could hold him long. He rose with every sunrise, still singing the same old song. Heave away, me hearties, heave and never bend. For the right road's bloody narrow, and it never seems to end. Through storm and steel and centuries, he carried a righteous flame. Black-hearted Jack the Deathless, but the heart still feels the pain. 1,000 widows blessed his name, 1,000 orphans too. He stood alone on burning decks when every soul withdrew. Gave his back to cannon mouths so children might breathe free. Took the wounds that should have killed 100 men like me. He fought at Trafalgar's thunder in the ice of northern straits. Broke the chains in slave ports, left tyrants to their fates. Every oath he ever swore he kept until the grave. Yet every friend he ever loved went down beneath the wave. Heave away, me hearties, heave and never bend. The right road's grown so heavy and there's nothing left to mend. One grey dawn off a nameless isle, the last great battle done. The tyrant's broken fleets in flame, the war at last was won. He stood amid the drifting smoke, sword red unto the hilt, and felt the centuries like lead, the endless bloody.
Oh boy, how's it going, everybody? I forgot one step. Okay, there we go. How's it going? Half second away from going to sleep. Yeah. But yeah, so sorry, it's a late one. I got home late, still had some stuff to do. I had to sort some stuff out. So yeah, it's gonna be a shorter stream. It's not the exact schedule I wanted. But yeah, and then we'll do a longer stream, earlier stream tomorrow. I think a lot of people know what it's gonna be, but yeah, we got an April Fool's thing. It should be fun. So yeah, we'll probably not focus as much on music today, just because it's easier. Like I said, I had a bit of a headache and stuff too, so it's just going to be easier to do longer stuff instead of more jumping around. It's just kind of easier to keep track of things. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a little bit more yapping, a little bit less music. We'll probably find some music to end on though. There's definitely a lot of stuff I want to check out. But yeah. As for quality leering, I'm hoping it might not happen just because we didn't have anything specifically planned and Don's streaming right now, but Don did say he might stop by. And if he does, we'll go over, I want to show Null FM's video to him. But yeah, so anyway, I can't promise quality leering, but we might get some quality leering if Don stops by. Anyway, let's go ahead, jump into some yapping. But yeah, like I said, we'll do a longer stream tomorrow and stuff. But yeah, it might not happen with Don today just because he's probably going to be streaming late himself, and I'm trying not to stay up forever. It's already April Fool's Day for you. Anyway, let's go ahead and hit it. Hey, Renegade. Alrighty, so yeah, we'll probably just start with some Rev stuff. Honestly, all of this looks interesting. We might go through all of it. Asmin in Danger, White Men, that should always be interesting, of course. Critical Drinker. Again, I like Don gaming at the moment, yeah. But yeah. I like Rev, but like you never know just based on his titles if it's just going to be clickbait and not worth it, or actually interesting. So the critical drinker situation is insane. Like that doesn't mean anything. It might be insane. It might be boring. Anyway, but yeah, let's just go in order. So let's start with white men. White men are first. Wait. Woke Dead video is hilarious. Nice. Like I said, I'm in the mood just for more talking instead of music reviews. So yeah, we'll probably go through all 4 of these actually. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I saw. So let's actually start with Freedom Tunes. Every YouTube recommendation in 2026. That could be fun. Asmund does that too. Yeah, I hate clickbait. Like I said, for the most part, I do like Rev, but sometimes his videos just don't land. Like he'll have a couple of stinkers where it's just like, that was totally pointless. Why did you make that video? All right, I have no clue what this is. Ahoy, we're going to check out every YouTube recommendation in 2026 by Freedom Tunes. We like Freedom Tunes. I don't know what exactly this will be about. But yeah, we were just talking about YouTube thumbnails and clickbait and stuff, so it should be fun to see what's going on here.
Former CIA agent reacts to James Bond. No way, bro. There's no way they let a former CIA guy go out and make YouTube videos.
I mean, this stuff with the cool cars and shooting people. We didn't have cool cars.
They just let him say that? He just let him talk about this?
Say this stuff?
What's this? Former mob boss discusses capital offenses.
Oh, come on. There's no way, bro.
Yeah, that's one kind of violent felony and also an accessory to.
What?
This
You
is
just talk about this stuff?
He doesn't go to jail.
He isn't in trouble? Former serial killer reacts to Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Serial killers rarely use chainsaws. We might just drop bits of poison into drinks at gas stations, or you work at abortion clinics. Former African warlord reacts to Blood Diamond.
Please remember to share
Hey,
and
people.
subscribe and give a thumbs up.
Former racist reacts to black people? Yeah, we used to not like that. Former alien reacts to Independence Day?
Former alien?
Yeah, former. A citizen now. Man, so much cheaper to just make a virus, guys. What do you exterminate an anthill with an M60?
Oh my gosh, now all I'm getting recommended is this guy.
He's everywhere. He's all over your feed.
Hold on. So the Intergalactic Emperor's director of intel calls you into his chamber and tells you
You can't investigate the plasmodium shipments entering in from Rigel 7?
or you're exiled to the Delta Quadrant?
Yep.
That's real. He says that to you.
People think the agency wasn't corrupt until 3000 BC, but 3500 is when I was banned.
It's actually being insightful, bro. Yeah, I actually really appreciate getting a look into their minds.
that was
break my Lenten fast.
I can break you!
that was not one of their better videos though, in my opinion. It was okay, but I don't know. It was, yeah, there was not a whole lot going on there. It was funny, but a little too one note. All right. Yeah, so let's go back to Rev here. Pupperfish Pat made a video about pirate guns. Did you see it? No. I do like guns. You thought you liked it? Fair enough. But yeah, we are so done, and it's just about someone joking about him or whatever. On the bright side, as far as that one, like his "we're so done" ones or whatever, I can't find one right now. But at least that's kind of an in joke. Like when it's kind of self-referential clickbait, that's one thing. Like, because that one you know it's gonna be a little silly because they're not actually done. Let me go ahead and pull up Pufferfish Pete. Pat. I'm not sure if we'll watch that at the moment, but yeah, I'll have it for later. Puppetfish Pat. Whoops. Ooh. Yeah, we'll check that out later. Alrighty. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out White Men. White Men should be interesting. Ahoy. They're forcing industry to replace this problem demographic with the modern audience. Oh, great. That's one of the most annoying things about the modern audience, that they don't exist, and then the ones that of them that do exist actually end up being the ones like writing the slop. Anyway, let's go ahead and see. We got White Men. Wait, is this Sweet Baby Inc. again or some shit like that? Are they back?
Hey, what's up, guys? Surf here. So today we'll be once again talking about Sweet Baby Inc. It has been a while since we've talked about this consulting firm. However, recently there's been some quotes shared from its CEO, Kim Belair, that are quite ridiculous, and you'll understand why in just a few minutes. She is talking about one of the biggest challenges when it comes to the gaming industry, and that is, of course, white male gamers. Because that is, of course, the focus of someone like...
Dude, remember when people didn't give a shit about race? That was so nice. Unfortunately, it was hiding, like there was always that resentment, and so the not caring about race unfortunately made it easy for them to sweep in and turn everyone against white people and act like it's fine to hate on white people. So it wasn't perfect, but like it would have been really fucking nice if we could have just kept that without the sudden but inevitable betrayal. But yeah, like who the fuck cares? Like white gamers, like, dude, and gaming, there's a lot of white people and a lot of Asians and stuff, but it's like it's quite diverse. There are black people who play games, obviously, and stuff like that. It's like we're just here to play video games. Why should fucking skin color matter? It's so sad.
Kim Belair, who is hustling DEI and other things to make a profit. She has to blame someone for all of the woe.
You missed the words, not getting people uppity, right? Like you used to just actually be able to say all of that shit to people on voice chat in the games and stuff, and it would piss some people off or whatever, but no one was like acting like a war crime had been committed just because someone said certain words. It's insane how fragile everyone has, and that's the thing, it's not even like real. They've programmed themselves to be that way, so it's like fake fragility
of the industry, including her own shortcomings, and of course that target for all the blame is going to be white male gamers. Now, for those who are not familiar with Sweet Baby Inc., I want to really use this as an opportunity.
Used to need better gaming friends. I don't game a whole lot anyway, especially without my computer. But yeah, and I stream, so I mean you can't drop those words while streaming. So yeah, it doesn't really apply to me. I'm sure I could find people who'd drop some sweet slurs, but yeah, no, it's not really relevant to me at present, because A, I don't have a computer, and B, when I do have a computer and gaming, it's going to be on stream. So I'm going to be like, no, please do. I'd have to tell them not to. Please do not drop the sweet slurs. I know it's cool. I know you're a cool guy that drops slurs, but shut up.
Of a very troubled industry. Sweet Baby Inc. is a seemingly small group of people. It is a woke consulting firm that has a very large impact, despite the fact only a small number of people work on their team. Their entire purpose is to...
Someone mentioned bridge. Speaking of, maybe we should do some Kirsha bridge stuff. That probably won't be tonight either, but we might want to check out one of her bridge videos. Or she did an article too, I think.
Reach out to developers and to convince them that these developers have to work with them. Otherwise, they're going to lose out on sales. They might get canceled on social media, what have you, because Sweet Baby Inc. comes in and introduces a woke agenda. There's no other way to describe it.
They'd probably say it that way too.
A modern agenda. They want to focus on the modern audience, their own very woke agenda, and that's what they push onto these companies.
Feeble's content is crazy.
It hurts them extra when groups like Sweet Baby Inc. Detected were created. This
was
a
nice.
curation list on Steam created by an individual named Cabrutus that simply looked at the public website of Sweet Baby Inc. and listed all the games they helped create. Now, that seems like something they should be proud of as a company. However, they were very upset because people saw this list provided by Sweet Baby Inc. and said, hey, thanks for letting us know. We're not going to play this game because now we know there's a woke agenda likely in that game.
It's hilarious how that backfired. I think they actually, like, they got so unpopular, people didn't want to be associated with them. They're like, please hide that shit or whatever. Like, that was great cell phone that they were literally just pulling games from their site.
Curation list, one of the employees of Sweet Baby Inc., Chris Kindred, back in 2024 came out with a full-on harassment campaign, not only encouraging people to mass report the curation list, but also to mass report the personal account of Cabrutus, who created the curation group. Now, you can see the client list that was once public on Sweet Baby Inc.'s website. They have a great range of influence in the industry. They have worked with many different companies in the gaming industry and just the entertainment industry generally. And once it became more well-known knowledge about their influence, well, the usual suspects like Kotaku came out and tried to run defense for Sweet Baby Inc., who found some
Holy shit, this is irrelevant. I know I'm getting distracted, but yeah, Kirsha just a couple days ago dropped a article, and yeah, I'm not sure I'm in the mindset to go through it now, but we are gonna holy shit. Yeah, we might have to do that. That's crazy. Like, I'm about halfway through, and oh, it's all article links and YouTube links. That is crazy work right there. That's crazy. Good work, good work. Anyway, let's get back to the video. But yeah, Bridge.
popularity, and that was popularity they did not want to have. Sweet Baby Inc. loved working in the background without anyone focusing on them. That was their entire business model, right? But Kotaku comes out and says Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what some gamers think it does. They're trying to gaslight you, but over time,
that's classic gaslighting.
Into this group more and more, the truth is in people's faces, and there's no denying what this group does. In fact, now we can shift focus into the CEO, Kim Belair, who famously once said to many different game studios during a convention, you should approach the higher ups of your project you're working on and basically terrify them, threaten them with the anger of cancel culture.
Dude, it's so stupid. Like, again, one of the most frustrating things about how our culture got to where it was is it's literally like, it makes so little sense when you think about it. Like, the employer should be the one scaring the employees if they try that shit. Like, if your employees, just like with your like with the advanced GG, where their own partners were leading cancel culture campaigns against their other partners. Like, when your own people do that shit, you have to be like, no, get the fuck out, you're done. Like, you don't yes, employees who threaten their bosses need to go. They need to be shown the door.
If they don't hire someone like Sweet Baby Inc. to help consult with your projects. Now we can go forward to the most recent report coming from Fandom Pulse. This came out just 2 days ago. So let's read this here. Sweet Baby Inc. CEO Kim Belair describes
no, you don't negotiate with terrorists
gamers as picky babies. In quotes, I think in our industry and in so many creative industries, if you want to look at film and television and any art form, we start treating our core demographics as a fixed and static value, something that does not want to change and something that is locked in place. So despite the changing face of audiences, despite the changing face of conferences like this one, we still look at our core demographics and say, okay, they're white.
Yeah, it's all a bunch of fake shit, and yeah, it's literally fake and gay, and a bunch of it is just brainwashing too. I mean, you've heard you're saying BlackRock. I forget if that was BlackRock or not, but one of those big CEO guys like admitted that their whole thing is to program the people, like they're trying to change society with how they're pushing things from the financial side. Larry Fink,
cis hetero males, and we cater almost exclusively to them. And the problem is that we don't just cater to them like, here's something that we think you'll enjoy. We cater to them like a picky baby. We feed them the same thing we know that they love, and we keep on feeding it.
That sounds like good business.
We're like, here you go. We know you love it. Eat this. Eat this. So then, when they get
Again, that's your job as someone who's producing games. It's produce games people like.
anything else,
Yeah.
they react as picky babies would, which would be like, oh no, thank you. I do not want this. And we've actually done this so long that what we're doing is creating an entire nation of picky babies. And
The irony is palpable there. The irony is palpable. It's not white male gamers that are the picky babies in society, but she's not wrong about creating a society of picky babies. But it's her ilk, the people who go to their bosses and threaten them and shit like that. It's those people who are the picky babies. Holy shit.
make us scared to deviate from what we actually want to do, just in case these picky babies don't want to play our games. Why do game developers hire someone like this? Is the question posed by the author here. Yeah, that's a very good question. So basically, in this quote here, Kim Belair, the CEO of this woke consulting firm that has
Again, it's insane how little sense all of this makes. Just because they were, allowed to run roughshod over society. It's like if we'd actually put our foot down, just been like, no, this is stupid. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's wild. Like, how do we keep getting these people, like the consulting firms and stuff, like the early Gamergate people fucking with games? It's just like, just tell them no. Like, tell them that hurts the product. Like, it's such a weird fucking scam.
a major influence on the gaming industry.
How the fuck did they get footholds? Because some of the other people wanted that too. Like it was like, just like with the Larry Fink thing, it's very powerful people wanted to change the culture and thought they could use people like these groups, use them to help shape the culture and destroy things. So yeah, it's not the bosses themselves, because like we saw here, the bosses end up getting threatened by their own employees, which is pretty funny. But it's like their financiers and stuff often, or the media thing. So part of it is they're just fucking dumb and didn't exactly realize that, like, they don't have to cater to Kotaku, for example. Ow, kitty, you're clawing at me. What the heck? But yeah, so again, we've talked about it before, but it's like the squeaky gear gets the grease. They thought the easiest way would be to cater to these people who weren't their audience, just to get them to shut up. They didn't really realize what the heck was going on. Again, some of them did, some of it's malicious, but yeah, they thought, hey, these guys are being loud and obnoxious. Let's do what they want, because that'll be easier. And yep, now here we are.
Is saying that
Should have been gatekeeping way harder. Yeah, unfortunately, again, we've talked about this before. It's kind of the we just want to be left alone thing. We didn't realize just how, well, plenty of people did, but we collectively did not realize just how bad it would get and how important it would be to gatekeep. So yeah, we didn't have a large enough group doing the gatekeeping.
the entire industry caters to white male gamers who are picky babies who will riot the second.
Don't you want to
things
be on the
don't
right
go
side
their
of
way.
history?
Now, of course, if you've been paying attention at all the last couple of months, even years, you would know that that is not the case. And the comments to this tweet are all over it, okay?
Yeah, the ones who don't cater to the so-called picky babies keep flopping. Yeah, it's almost like the picky babies are actually the core audience, like we were talking about. Like, that's the people who actually will buy your game. And yeah.
Let's just read a few. So you can see this comic sums it up perfectly, okay? You have the person selling a thing saying, I have made more of the thing you like. And here's the actual audience, the real customers, excited. But then you have the woke consulting firm, like Sweet Baby, saying, I do not like the thing. You are a bad person if you do not address the fact that I do not like the thing. And that could be Sweet Baby, that could be the modern audience, activists, what have you. But the person selling the thing listens to the wrong person. They listen to the Sweet Babies. They listen to the activists, and they say, I have made changes to the thing. And the actual audience,
I love how, like, that's some good. It's simple art, but it's good. I like how it went from a rectangle to a circle or oval, and it went from thing to thing. Like, they literally changed everything.
Customers, the gamers, in this case, say, that's no longer the thing we wanted. We're going to look for something else. And then the seller turns around and says, would you buy the thing?
Rev
Modern
can
audience?
talk slow sometimes.
And then the modern audience says, I never had any interest in the thing. many such cases. We can look at stuff like
True.
Starfleet Academy that we recently talked about. We can talk about many different examples of franchises, even very well established ones, focusing on the modern audience and listening to the woke consulting firms, listening to activists, and turning around and saying, hey, we did all these things for this modern audience. Are you guys going to buy it? They never do.
Of course not.
So here's an example of modern media. I would like some Mountain Dew. Here's some Mountain Dew filled with piss. And then the customer says, that's not what I asked for. And then they respond saying, dang, these toxic fans. In such cases.
Oof.
Here's another reply saying, so despite the changing face of audiences, you mean the tiny modern audience? And we cater almost exclusively to them. That is a lie. For the past 10 years, they've done nothing but try to push white men out and replace them with everyone else. That's no surprise.
Many such cases as well.
Selling. I mean, how many times have you seen game developers, community managers, what have you, come out and say directly, we don't want white gamers, we don't want male gamers, we don't want white male gamers, something of that variety. It is completely normalized. They feel emboldened. They feel like there's no consequences for saying this stuff. And we've seen it happen over and over again. If it hasn't been an eye-opening experience for you the last couple of years on social media with how a lot of the industry, whether it's journalists, developers, what have you, feel about gamers in general, and if you want to get specific, male gamers, white gamers, if it's not obvious how they feel about you yet, I don't know what else could happen at this point. Here's another reply.
And again, it's crazy. Like, not to do the meme, but remember that they actually want you dead. Like, that's not a joke, because it's all the same ideological shit. Like, you might just be like, oh, this is just video games or whatever. Like, sure, woke video games, whatever. Like, no, these woke people are the same woke people who, someone should end that guy. Not me, though. Not me. Someone else do it. But yeah, they're lazy terrorists.
By saying, except we are not babies. In most cases, the people buying these games are grown adults with autonomy. You don't get to decide what we eat. You're not in charge of what we choose. It's our choice, and many choose to stay away from companies that think in the way she's describing. That's the whole point of Sweet Baby Inc. Detected, which is now evolved into deep.
Yeah. In a way, it's nice that they aren't afraid to say that stuff. Yeah, I've been saying that as well. Again, they fucked up. They could have kept slow boiling the frog. Instead, they got emboldened and high off sniffing their own farts and think they can just come right out and say how much they hate white people and straight people and all that shit. Like, no, it's an absolute blessing. These fucking weirdos are actually helping us save civilization just by being so openly weirdos. Like, it's great. Best way to ruin their day is to live your best life. Yep. And shitpost on Twitter. Both that. Live your best life and shitpost on Twitter.
AI detected. People don't want to engage with products and companies where the people creating it, or at least a number of the people creating it, just hate you. They just hate you for what you are. Characteristics you're born with. They hate you for it.
There's a word for
Why
that.
would you ever want to support these companies?
Racist.
How does that register to anyone? Why would you ever want to support people who hate you for who you are? Makes no sense. And then they have the audacity to wag their finger in your face and tell you you're a bad person, or in this case, you're a picky baby because you're noticing these things happening, or you have an issue, or at the very least you say, yeah, I'm not interested. It's insane. Here's another reply saying, the reason she and people like her fail is that A, cis hetero males are the most profitable audience when it comes to video games. B,
Yep.
their ideas lack entertainment value and appeal to unprofitable
Yep.
audiences. C, they think they can force people to accept and support their entertainment through mass saturation and guilt tactics. D, the only times they can manage some semblance of success is when they ride the coattails of popular brands, and those brands then quickly lose appeal
Good.
and profit
I'm
by
glad they
alienating.
I'm glad they mentioned the last part there too, because yes, you can just attach your name to something, Star Wars, for example, or something, and put out utter shit under the Star Wars name, and the first one is going to be profitable, and then people are going to notice, and it's not, and then you've turned a massively successful franchise into one that is failing.
This.
Yeah, you can do it once. You can do it once if you're not too open about it.
And all this stuff. I mean, the companies they're working with are businesses. Okay, yes, they produce video games, but they are businesses. They have to make a profit, and a lot of them are greedy. Okay, they will do anything to make the most profit imaginable. And yet they keep working with the sweet babies of the world. They keep listening to this garbage that is proving over and over again to not work. In fact, it's not that it doesn't generate more profit, it almost certainly loses you profit, especially if it's discovered that you're working with a Sweet Baby Inc. And in this case, with Sweet Baby,
that's the other weird thing about it. Like, you don't gain anything by working with Sweet Baby either.
some people have...
You pirated the last 2 Disney Star Wars movies and you want your money back? Dude, I didn't even bother watching them. Yeah, like, it's... I watched the first one in theater. It was okay. But yeah, I'd already heard, like, I was unimpressed with the first one. It just kind of, like, it was okay. It felt a little soulless, and just it retread, but it wasn't bad like it sounds like the next ones were. And I just heard enough crap about the next ones that even as a Star Wars fan, I'm just like, yeah, no, I think we're done here. I literally didn't watch them. I have not seen the 2 later movies in the sequel trilogy. Still don't watch them. You aren't missing out. Yeah, exactly. That's why I haven't. That's the feeling I was getting too.
Some companies have taken a step back away. They don't publicly mention that they're working with Sweet Baby, but they still are.
Hey, Kura.
They are smart enough to understand that if the public discovers this connection, it's going to hurt them, but they still get work. Sweet Baby still gets work, and that is the disturbing part. Again, it just makes no sense.
You're going to start a company that's the opposite of Sweet Baby Inc. We're just going to tell game companies to make the boobs jiggle correctly and make the main characters white dudes who smoke Marlboros. Nice. And you could, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, you could be like the networker guy or something like that. Like, you just set them up with gamer subs and stuff like that. Just like, yeah, do all that linking, set them up with based content creators too. Like, just have that network. Yeah, exactly. Just ship it. Ring. Kirsha, we have a game for you. It's certified based because oh yeah, dude, and you'd have a reputation for being based, so then you like, just your involvement in it is a seal of approval right there. Like, if the game company is working with the based company, they're going to be at least slightly based. So then when you reach out to based creators, you're like, yep, no, we're all locked in. That's actually a really good idea. Yeah, make it happen.
Sense from a business perspective that they would just keep driving themselves into the ground by working with a company like this. And here's one last little one here. Our games aren't made for you straight males. Don't like them, don't play them. Okay. How dare you not play our games? Many such cases. That sort of alienating that we see over and over again with these companies.
It's pretty funny. Only thing missing is them calling them racist for not playing the game. Hey, don't like it? Don't play the game. You have to play the game, racist.
Private on social media. And anyone who is not seen through a company like this is just wearing blinders, or they have some agenda to push. But I just wanted to share that update. The latest quotes from the CEO blaming the picky babies, aka the white male gamers, who apparently have the whole industry at their feet, catering to them constantly, despite the fact that your observations of the last couple of years would tell you otherwise. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, exactly. Crime boss, rock gay city. All right, thank you for watching. Peace. But yeah, we've got Julie's new song there. We'll probably check that out. Let's see what Tectone is up to here. Okay, yeah, we can close that one. Yes. Ooh, should we check? Let's see what Asmon's got too. Not that one. I just want to see what else he's posted. Speaking of clickbait, like, we need to talk about what? I want to know what it is. Wait. Is this the video I shit on?
Skyrim, but it's a modern game.
Whoa,
what's this?
that's wild. I shit on this, and he's saying it's the funniest video he's watched in a while. I thought it just went on way too long and told the same joke over and over. That's pretty funny.
Hey, that General Dooley is actually kind of cute.
That's crazy. Again, I thought it sucked. I like Dr. Fuxotic's stuff, but I thought that one sucked. All right, you can't win them all. You can't win them all. It's not funny. It's hilarious. I thought it was dumb. Sorry. Ooh, Japanese Twitter racism. Hell yeah. What? Anyway, oh, that his take on that's probably going to be pretty funny too. But yeah, let's check out Japanese Twitter racism. What is Silas sending me? Nice. I'll have to check that out later. It's his slurs song, which is pretty good. Alrighty. Oh. Yeah, it was just pissing me off. I'm like, where are the jokes, man? Hey Brogan, ahoy. All right, let's check this out. Ahoy, we have Tectone with the Japanese Twitter racism situation is insane.
So in case you guys don't know, a lot of different cultures and regions have either been blacklisted or banned or promoted or have now cross-contaminated into American English Twitter. And my favorite one is Japanese Twitter. Because currently what's happening on Twitter, in case you guys haven't seen, is Japanese Twitter and American Twitter and English Twitter are kind of all bonding over being incredibly racist and hating illegal immigrants, migrants in general. And it is hilarious.
Let's go.
How openly racist Japanese people are. Why the fuck would you not judge a book by its cover? Okay? If you look at a book and it's beaten up and the title of the cover is Blood, Race, and Sex, what the fuck do you think the book's gonna be about? Right? If you see a book called and then we killed all these white people. Dude.
I think I heard a little bit about like him being in YouTube trouble because Hassan or others were after, like Hassan and others were after him with bad DMCA strikes or whatever. So you notice he's advertising his Rumble here, and I think that's too bad. He's actually just censoring all of his chat just to be safe, and he censored the R word there, rape. Oh, that's upsetting. His chat is super hilarious. But yeah, I guess he's got to be extra careful since he's got strikes on the channel and YouTube hates him. But yeah, super lame.
Sometimes you're gonna get judged for your skin color. I do, so do other people. It's called survival instinct. So there's a lot of people who would be alive still if they were just a little bit more racist. So let's talk about the most racist pound for pound Twitter post you've ever seen from literally like a day ago, 2 days ago. From OSKPPU, translate, shitting so much that an Indian dude came out of my asshole. They started dancing, so I called immigration and had them forcibly deported. This has 76,000 likes.
Yeah.
This has 76,000 likes. It's crazy. Here's another one. The Japanese got fed up with the blacks who are causing a ruckus in their country and put up these signs on the trains now. The Japs don't mess around. And they put up a sign of a bunch of obnoxiously loud monkeys. This is hilarious. Yeah, get it. Yeah, I'll be real. This type of behavior is not what should be on public transport.
Yes.
I'm going to be real. Not everybody wants to listen to your boombox, and take the fucking phone off speaker. Here's another one. So there's an image of some, what I can only assume, African refugees.
Wakandans, clearly Wakandans.
To Europe, America, and Australia, where they're learning how to kill people with knives. What's the purpose of these pieces of shit? Are they moving here to kill people? It's training that's not necessary for work, right? There's no way we can coexist with something like this, right? It's crazy, bro. Japanese men are so perverted they commit a crime called upskirting, which means they're secretly put their phone and their cameras underneath girls' skirts and take pictures of their private parts. Hello, I'm Japanese. American women can't go out alone in the city at night because they'll get raped by drunk black men. Title of their Twitter handle, Gorilla Rape.
I'm glad I clicked on this video. This is hilarious.
I'm telling you, Elon Musk saved free speech. He did. Elon Musk
he's not perfect,
Twitter,
but holy shit. Oh, chat's back. I guess he had to I guess they were being especially rowdy.
Free speech in this world, and now everybody's saying what they feel. Oh my god. People who think that introducing robots would have insanely more benefits than hiring one black person. What are these images? Oh my god, bro. Here we go. Before the quote retweet, this young black woman assaulted and killed a McDonald's employee for the reason that onions were accidentally put in her.
Dude, the crazy thing about these fucking stories are how many there are. Onions in the burger, kill them. Fries too hot, fries too cold, kill them. You know, drink the wrong size, whatever, kill them. And yeah, there are common denominators too. Just saying. But yeah, because it doesn't even always have to be the customer. It can be there's a story about a manager who killed someone over a, actually, again, I think multiple stories. There's like a black manager at some fast food thing who punched an old man, and he fell down and like died. There's another one, like I think a manager like knifed a customer or something like that. Hey, Don P, coming in hard, huh?
Because of this barbaric animal who couldn't even communicate that she didn't want onions in her burger, one human lost their life. Well, that's the most insane title I've ever seen. The barbarity of killing people without even having a conversation. Humans communicate through words, but these guys are just unilaterally lose their shit and resort to violence.
Huh.
There's
you guys
no
are on it
room
tonight.
for dialogue at all. It's seriously barbaric, and Japan doesn't need it. I don't welcome you. Get out. Oh, man, guys, I'm starting to feel like Japanese people don't like black people.
Interesting.
My opinion.
Chat censored.
You
Wonder
really
what they were up to.
Blame people for being racist. You really cannot blame people for being racist. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I think you should go up to a black person and call them the hard R? No. Do I think you should go up to a white person and call them a cracker? No. There's this shit called per capita.
And oh shit, he's getting into per capita. And the other thing, like those are not like going up to a black person and saying chat words, or going up to a white person saying cracker, are completely different, because like we see so much worse than that. Like we've seen multiple stories, just like I was talking about, like the fast food shit that just somehow keeps repeating, where people are killed for the stupidest reasons. Like, so yeah, it's not that they will come up to you and say cracker. It's that in certain scenarios, and again, I always like to be clear, not all of them or whatever, but they will come up to you and fucking kill you for no reason, and then say shit like, we got that white bitch or whatever. So yeah, it's not comparable, because they do so much worse than come up to you and call you cracker. So yes, is the name calling thing a comparison? Yes, you go up, you say chat words, or you go up and say cracker or something like that. But again, the problem is it doesn't stop there.
And everybody's becoming aware of it. And racism is currently on the rise right now, man. And I feel bad because there's a lot of upstanding black citizens in this world. I think the majority of black people are actually pretty good people. But the problem is there's so many of these people who are making it so much harder for the rest of these black people to just kind of exist. What is this? So there's a video of a person on a bus.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. Holy fuck.
Dude, and like a bunch of these people, again, not all of them or anything like that, but zero impulse control, zero honor. Like they don't even understand very basic things. And they like, I saw one of like they will slap children or something if they're pissed off. Like they will attack other people's children. Who does that? Like, no, that's psycho behavior. And yeah, there's some really hard to watch videos out there of like them abusing children just because. And again, I want to be clear, it's not all black people, and white people do it too, but like, holy shit, there is just a problem there, and there are patterns to recognize. And yeah, so I don't know who this guy's beating up, but it's like, I think you've made your point already. The other guy does not seem to be fighting back from what I can tell. This guy's just wailing on him. It's like, dude, you've made your point. I don't know what the argument was about, but you can fucking stop now. Don't be racist, be situationally aware, yes.
God damn. This happened in Japan.
Oh shit, and was that just like an older guy or something too? Probably.
Get beaten by scum like this. Absolutely don't let this filthy virus in Japan.
Paul was right again, yet. What the f?
I'd rather be a giga racist than have to coexist with these things, because you can't even call them people.
Again, I would not go that far. Again, we are moderate and not racist here, but it's like, yeah, no, it's true. If a certain percentage of them are going to not be able to behave, it is better to be racist than try to coexist with them. And that sucks. That, again, like he was saying, that sucks for the good black people. But like, yeah, no, literally, if there's going to be this many behavioral issues, there like, again, it's an uncomfortable position, but that is a better position for society, is to be racist. And again, I've said multiple times here that I don't like people being racist, but it's a fucking true statement. It's a fucking true statement that it'd be better to be racist than try to coexist with them. And again, so they need to fix their shit too, because they're getting dragged down by the lowest common denominator. Like I said, there are plenty of good black people. They're getting dragged down by the really, really not good black people.
Fuck. I hope it didn't take too long for the monkey to be returned to its cage and for the officer to recover from traumatic experience. What is this? What happened?
Yep.
I haven't seen this. Apparently an interaction in Japan between a black person and a police officer.
And
these are a lot of videos, and they're all different.
Yep.
And they're all recent.
Yeah, look out behind you, buddy. Oh God. They're going off on each other too. At least they don't seem to be going off on the police officer yet, but we'll see. Yeah, like I said, there are definitely yes, the lunchtime rowdies definitely at it again here.
Don't hit a police officer, bro.
Oh. Stop, bro! If this guy's out of his mind too. Thankfully, the video looks almost over, so it doesn't look like it actually escalated, but that was crazy.
Like that, you need to at least get tased. Why did it take us until 2006 to discover Japanese Twitter? No way in hell. Why do we have to coexist with these? Everybody's taking note of this. Yeah, and Leo's Nigerian African YouTube channel conducted an independent IQ test with the following results. The average was 73.4 and the median was 69.7. Intellectual disability, IQ before 70. Borderline intellectual functioning, 70 to 84. In other words, even the highest scores of borderline intellectual functioning, and almost all are intellectually disabled.
And this will sound spicy. I think they actually had to raise the limit on what constitutes retarded because too many black countries were just retarded across the board. Like that's real. They're like, oh, I think it used to be like 60 or something, and it was just like, no, that's not good. Let's raise it. 70 is fine. 70 is fine.
There's no way these are highly skilled people. Immigration policy advocates JICA are trying to make us coexist with people like this.
A multicultural society needs a healthy amount of racism to used to be 80. Okay. Maybe I had it backwards then. But yeah, a multicultural society needs a healthy amount of racism to function properly. I don't think you should even try for a multicultural society. Again, the phrase is a trap in and of itself. They had something at least conceptually. It might still not have been the best thing. No, they did look. No, but I'm saying if you lower it, then you're actually making more people retarded. Well, meet that definition. But yeah, so multiculturalism should not be something anyone tries for, because you want a monoculture for the most part. Like there can be exceptions, but again, it was all a trap. So I'm not saying this is good, but the idea of the melting pot is much better than multiculturalism. Like a melting pot is everyone comes together and becomes one culture. I'd rather have actual integration where everyone just becomes American. Of course, that's going to be a little bit of melting pot too, so it's going to bleed back into itself. So let's just say melting pot, sure. But yeah, everyone comes in and there's one cohesive culture, and it might change a little bit or something like that. But yeah, multiculturalism is not, assimilation or fuck off, basically. But yeah, multiculturalism is not the way to go, because it's a fucking mess, and it's a trap. And again, it's a relatively new term too. Like that wasn't what they used to sell us on. Again, they changed things, they changed language, and it's all fucking slippery slope bullshit where they try to trick you into other things. So yeah, we were never promised multiculturalism, and now we're supposed to believe that multiculturalism is good. It's not.
It feels nothing short of madness. There's even more. African immigrants commit a robbery against 2 women. The only man present at the scene doesn't catch the criminals. Instead, he flees frantically like a rat and hides behind the woman. Instead, an elderly man steps in and chases after the criminals. I don't want to become such a pathetic human being. And my God, this scene is pretty damn graphic. Not gonna lie, but it seems. It really seems like Japanese people do not want blacks in their country. And it's crazy how none of us would be aware.
And okay, and here's the thing. That's totally fine. Like, again, just because of the history, black people are a part of American culture. Japan still largely has it has remained ethnically Japanese, and they should say that way. Like, it's not even about like being racist. It's about you have your culture, protect it. You have your ethnicity, protect it. Like, we're already so far down the path that it's a little harder for us, but there's nothing wrong with not letting people into the country. Like, they're not Japanese. The Japanese have no duty to accept new Japanese. Like, you don't have to bring in any of these foreigners, and that includes white people. Like, Japan could tell white people to fuck off too, if they wanted to. Like, I'd be fine with that too, because it's the exact same thing. White people are not entitled to enter Japan. If the Japanese wanted to be 100% Japanese, they could do that. They could just be like, yep, nope, you can come on tourism if you behave or something like that, if you're white. And then you have to fuck off. We don't want you here. It sounds like they do want some white people there, though, because they like white people. But yeah, no, it would be completely within their rights to just be like, nope, all you guys, no blacks, no whites, no Irish.
Of what's actually going on Twitter. If one, the language barrier was to be consistently chipped away at and chipped away at and chipped away at. And if Elon Musk didn't actually give us truly free speech. But there are a lot of countries that do not give a fuck about racism whatsoever. They're going to say...
Basically every country but Western countries. Honestly. Every country but Western countries are fine with racism.
How they feel.
Which again is better for cohesion too. Like, again, I'm not cheering on racism. I've warned against being racist, but like, it's pretty clear that in some ways that actually works better. Like, again, we fell for a lot of traps, and it's created a lot of the problems we see here. We needed to be a little bit more racist. We needed to gatekeep better.
And they're going to highlight as many stories as they can. There are a lot of media outlets that like to highlight white crime and hide black crime, as well as we've seen a rise in America of blacks being released 22 times, 44 times on repeat.
Dude, like, I hate that so fucking much. Yeah, no, that enrages me. And then they have the nerve to say that black people are disadvantaged because they go to jail more often or something like that. It's like, stop committing all the crimes, assholes. But yeah, it's wild. Like, again, black people are given lenient sentences. They're doing away with the bail and whatever. Like, you can there are instances where a black person will shoot someone and be out the next day or something, including like attempted school shootings or something. There's a school fucking shooter who got out with an ankle monitor or something like that. Like, the next day, like, he did not spend any time in, like, he spent one night in prison or something. It's insane.
Repeat offender cases. And I just want true equality where everybody's treated the same and nobody gets special treatment. And I think the more and more and more that we chip away at this language barrier, the more this whole propaganda of words are worse than committing crime.
There have been at least 3 this week. What, three people released?
Is going to go away very slowly and very surely. People call white people racist. I don't know about that. I think Asians got us beat. And to be honest,
Asians totally fucking have us beat because they even hate other Asians. Like, it's hilarious. They have perfected racism. It's crazy.
I'm just glad that people can say what they want to say the way they want to say it. And I think more and more as time goes on, we're going to really see how the world actually thinks. And I'm excited for it.
Yep. All right, thank you for watching. That was something. Peace. Yeah, they hate the next town over. Yep. All right. Yeah, I like Tectone. It's crazy. It's crazy, like, that everyone always acts like these people are so controversial and shit. Like, Tectone is hilarious and based. And again, I'm not super familiar with him, so I won't be like, oh, I know everything about him or anything like that. But like, everything I've seen, he just seems like a honest, straightforward dude. Like, he will just tell it like it is, and I always respect that. So yeah, no, Tectone is pretty cool. We could do more Tectone because we're saying Tectone's cool. YouTube is terminating his channel. I saw a little bit of that. Kind of fucked up. Shut up, kitty. That one was crazy. I saw the video, not his reaction to it. That one was funny. Oh shit. Okay, we need to watch more Harry Potter stuff. Got the tower in that video. I don't give a fuck. Don P, you are still here. Do you want to, I don't know, are you still streaming or anything? You're welcome to jump in here because I saw we had Null as well. We were gonna go over that. But yeah, we could check out Null's newest video if you want to hop on for a sec. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how long you want to hang out or whatever, but you're welcome to jump on. You can also, I don't know, like, we could go over this together too. The Harry Potter stuff's pretty funny. Bring me in about 15 minutes. Okay. Sounds good. Kitty, stop. All right. So yeah, we'll kill 15 minutes or whatever. It's good to hang out all night. All right. I won't be streaming super late. I got a late start and I have a bit of a headache and stuff. So yeah, this won't be one of my long streams, in theory at least. You never know. Maybe I won't be able to help myself. But yeah, I don't plan to do a super long one. But yeah, you're welcome to come in. We'll look at Null FM's video for sure. And if there anyone else here who wants Don P criticism, let me know, because yeah, that's kind of my new policy. I don't want to let them loose on people who don't ask for it. But yeah, if there's anyone here, Keen is addicted to streaming a little bit. But yeah, if there's anyone here who does want somewhat scathing but very detailed and often very helpful critique from the legendary Don P, go ahead and don't show your stuff. All right, yep, I've had other people request that too. Do not show my stuff to Don P. Where did that rule come from? Yeah, maybe partially you. Yeah, we want to be a little bit more responsible. But yeah, again, he has crazy good advice, and not yet anyway. Fair enough. Kitty, why are you like this, especially tonight? There are worse things to be addicted to. Yeah. But yeah, again, I'll be interested to see what he has to say about the Null thing, because I think, again, I already like Null, and I think Null fucking leveled up on that last one, and it will be interesting to see what Don P has to say. Alrighty, so yeah, let's kill some 15 minutes or whatever. Shut up, Kitty. I'll see if he wants to react to that one, so we'll save that one as well. Shut up, Kitty. Rev would probably take too long. Oh, check it out. Let's see. One sec. Oh, wait. Oh, that's a different one. Oh. Oh, first draft. Okay. We might. All right, we'll see. Blast Box. Do you have a new one, or is still the cover or something? I can check your channel. Yeah, let's do Blast Box. We can do that. I'm scared. Oh, wait a sec. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Interesting format, just from the thumbnail there. All right, yeah, let's do it. Thank you for the suggestion. We'll do that while we wait. Shush. Ready for your lesson? Yeah, he said he'll be back in like probably 10 minutes or so now. We might check that out later, but again, yeah, we're gonna leer anyway. Let's go ahead. Stop. Alrighty. Don't touch him. Let's see what we got. All right, we have Don't Touch Him by Blast Box here. Super Blast. Never touch a Kelpie model. Is this a playful stream avatar? Warning, no one takes seriously something ancient moving beneath the pixels. You might have to tell me like if there's a story here or whatever. Kitty, you're so annoying. All right, let's hit it. Oh hey, I recognize some of the names in there too. Is this a real chat, or I don't think so. It's too regular. Anyway. All right. Oh. Yeah, I see. I know most of these names. Hey, Leaflet. Hey, why is it lagging like that? Nice, nice. Yeah, you definitely did something different here than the other one. I like it. Yeah, it flows better. It's a little bit more approachable. Ooh. Yeah, that's fun.
The stream cuts out, then floods to blue, and his voice comes layered more than two. Come closer, he breathes, you're nearly there. Soft ashore foam coat is borrowed air. A handprint ripples across the feed, shaping light like a living reed. The static thick and swallowing sound, his grin grows wider as I lean down. I lift my hand to feel the heat. My fingertips touch, and the pull is sweet.
What, streaming? Silas started streaming? Cool.
The screen turns liquid around my skin, drawing me past where code should end. Pixels twist, wrapping tight as vines, dragging me under the boundary lines. The surface breaks with a jerk.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll see if he wants to jump in when Don's here too, for a bit. I know he's doing his own thing, but yeah, we'll see if he wants to jump on. Yeah. I'll hit him up right now too. I like it going all weird there at the end too. Yeah, nice. You mixed it up. Very cool. We need to check out Julie's song there too. All right, but yeah, here is the link there. You can go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe over there. Very cool. Nice work. Alrighty. Let's see. Julie's song was funny. Oh, I don't have that one pulled up. Okay, I don't need that. Oh, I do. I have that. Yep. I was trying to be nicer because yeah, again, I went way too hard on your last one. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, that was good. That was good. Like I said, mixed up the style, which was nice. The visuals were pretty cool too. Like, yeah, there's definitely you added some stuff. You tweaked some stuff. That was good. It was good. But yeah, so let's see. Oh, let's get it ready. But yeah, I'm gonna show Null FM video. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see what he has to say. I think Null went crazy on that one. Yeah, so let's see. We'll do costumes. Put that at the end. We'll do costumes. Maybe the Tectone thing if he wants to do that, and might do some Silas's music too. Is that the go phrase? Let's see. We might have Dawn. Nope, not yet. All right, have a good one, Blastbox. Mix the myth and modernity. Yeah, it was interesting. Costumes is crazy. All right. I don't know if Don P is ready or not. Okay. Let's see. Can I invite directly from there? Let's see. Invite. There we go. And I'll invite Silas as well. I don't know if he wants in, but. Is he coming? There we go. Ahoy, ahoy.
Oh. What's up?
Yo, not too much. How's it going? Let me go ahead.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have no earthly idea.
Fair enough.
I was playing the shit out of Gray Zone Warfare.
Nice. But yeah, so do you want to check out Null FM's one?
Yeah, let's
Okay, because yeah, I think he massively leveled up. A lot of people said so as well. And so it'll be interesting to see what you think. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out Costumes here by Null FM. The Dawn. Blessed be his cat. Yes.
Another day, another face. I got my laid back face for the weekday meeting race. Got my totally fine disguise, red eyes, coffee, tiny lies. Swipe on the customer charm like sunscreen on my arm. I keep a backup grin in the glove box just in case again. All these costumes, all these wigs, all these rented little skins. Who am I when I'm alone in a t-shirt on my throne? All these costumes, all these scenes.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yep. What up?
Okay. So where do I start? So first things first, my usual criticism is always going to be their pick a style. We have a whole bunch of different styles.
Fair enough.
I am glad that we're not seeing paint just dripping down the entire time. As soon as we got the T-Rex, that was just super fucking random. And then when you were talking about a customer, and it just showed somebody in like a diner, fucking like, tradition, a stereotypical diner thing. It looked weird. It didn't fit. I didn't get the customer. Like I'm trying to pair the fucking music with what you're trying to show.
Where's the? Oh, there we go. So there's the customer. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm not gonna get a customer or something from that. Uh, Also, for the red eyes portion, you're also early enough in your song where you didn't need to cut that much. Like I again, I like that you're paying attention to your words, which is more than a lot of people do, and you're trying to emphasize it, and I get that. But when you're just right here at the beginning of your song, you kind of want it to breathe a little bit. Like once you get into a chorus and like you're actually in your song, you can really go crazy with it. But you really want to like especially the first, 10-15 seconds, you want to let your visuals breathe instead of trying to rush the audience through your scenes.
So how would you do it? Just have the red eyes like on screen longer so it still matches up? Like just cut earlier or something? So you have less cuts? No?
I'd do something of I would do something where you foreshadow something that's happening later on in the music video where somebody's eyes flash from green to red. Right. So you're not just cutting directly to some random person with red eyes. Instead, like
So you could
you're
flash
doing
this character's eyes or something, you're saying? Like this.
correct.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I see
Like
what you're saying. Put all in one scene is what you're saying.
because it would flow better and it would really emphasize the lyrics instead of feeling like the scenes are being rushed.
Okay, interesting. I can see it. I get what you're saying, but again, I like that it's cutting with the beat and everything. But you're saying just you like it breathing more on the intro, and then you can do that later.
It just feels rushed because then when you're going through the costumes and you don't, it's I feel like it needed to breathe just a little more. The coffee and then going into the other scene of the person sitting at the desk with blue on their face, something like that, like probably uh, more of a one shot instead of just cutting from coffee into there. It just seems like we have a whole bunch of words that you're trying to emphasize with something, and it feels disjointed as I'm watching it. It feels like I'm looking at visuals that are there just to emphasize very specific words
I don't
instead of seeing flow.
I
Personally,
don't I I think the disjointed stuff kind of adds to it. I mean, I agree it's disjointed, but it kind of matches with how the song is going. Like it seems to fit to me personally.
yeah. Art put a good put in there is like looking up from the coffee to seeing the blue guy instead of a cut.
Yeah.
Right, right. You want your visuals to flow instead of.
Yeah.
You can play it through a little bit.
Okay. I just wanted to see. So yeah. Yeah. Again, I think it's fine, but yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like you could have blended some of these a little bit better, like because yeah, like that would have been pretty easy on that one because this is only like that's like 2 seconds there or something, so it would have been easy to fit these two together and link them better.
Like here's an example of how you do it, right? And because some people are like, well, how the fuck do you do that? Well, it's actually pretty easy. You have your first frame that you generate as the
Which
coffee
would, yeah,
cup
coffee.
and looking down, and then you have your last frame and you generate your last frame, which would be this character, and you just say smooth, however you want to word your motion and whatever model you're using, but you're basically saying, um, camera pans up from coffee cup to seeing person at behind desk, and kind of reference what that person looks like, and then that's what you got.
Yeah.
It's really easy to do that, and a lot of people haven't really been playing with start and end frame. And start and end frame can be kind of fucky with certain models, but especially for something like that, you can absolutely do start and end frame, so you can really get there.
And
But yeah, it feels messy when the song sounds like it's trying to draw me in. And I'm not going to comment too much on the music. It's not exactly my style, but I can see what you're going for, and for the style you're going for, it's fine, right? But I just feel like I should be drawn in more to what's happening, um, instead of feeling like what the fuck is happening. I know there's a lot of people out there, right? I mean, here's an example of how I look at it. There's a lot of people out there that make excuses for Rogue One,
mm,
and I hate Rogue One specifically because of how that entire goddamn movie opened,
mm,
where it's like, we're at a scene, we're talking, okay, we're at a planet. Oh, someone's in prison. Now we're at another planet. Oh, now we escape this place. Now we're at another planet. And it's just jumping from all these different fucking places. And it's like, why are we just touring the fucking galaxy? Like, why can't we have a story that actually takes place in a cohesive manner and isn't just jumping around all over the fucking place? Why can't we have something that makes sense? So like I personally really hated that, and I hate saying that because it feels um it feels janky. I know there's a lot of people that are gonna excuse it. A lot of people say that Rogue One's the best Star Wars movie or whatever. I personally fucking hate it for a lot. There's a lot of other lore reasons why I hate it, but structurally, I absolutely hate it because of that entire opening sequence. Bad fan fiction. It's not because Disney produced it. The biggest reason why I hate I really hate Rogue One lore wise is because we already had the Death Star plans being stolen. That was from Dark Forces, a game that came out in 1995, 1996, something like that, where you were Kyle Katarn. The very first mission you do is to steal the Death Star plans. So maybe
ooh,
it was 98. I don't fucking know. It was more before that.
yeah.
But my point is, like I hate it for lore reasons for that and getting rid of Kyle Katarn, and then they could have done that, and they literally had an entire series for Katarn laid out with the Jedi Knight series and all that stuff. Anyways, my point is, when you're doing music videos, there's a time and a place to do rapid cuts, and it's going to be further in where you've introduced more of what's happening and what's going on, and you're doing cuts between characters, doing things cuts between things that are weird and random, but visually I want to be brought in more with stuff that are less just jump cuts after jump cut, so then you can, because if you do that in the beginning, right, if you lead people in slowly but surely in the beginning. It doesn't, depending on the pace of the song, right? So I'm not necessarily saying slow, but methodical. You don't want too many cuts. You don't want to go too overboard with it. But you also, you want to be mindful of the genre you're doing. If you do that in the beginning, then it's going to make you be more excited, and your mind be more excited and appreciate the uh the later in the song when you are going to have those rapid cuts because something else significant is happening. Because again, you always start with something small and simple, introduce the concept, even if it's a music video, doesn't matter, and you're just going through, and then you're gonna have climax. So you're trying to kind of tell a story, but you still also want to start simple, get complex, and the more complex you get, the faster you can be with your cuts. And I just feel like it's just criticism. It's not necessarily bad, but it just kind of taking me out. The fucking T-Rex thing. What the fuck are we doing there? That's just so far out of left field. I don't know why the fuck that's even there. Like, if it was part of the lyrics or something, then cool. But it just seems like, why are we doing this? It seems like you did it because you wanted to, not because it makes any sense.
Okay, and I wanted to
It was a throne joke. Oh, I mean, I've seen fucking Jurassic Park plenty of times, and that shit went right over my head.
And
Right over my head.
and I wanted to ask, as someone who's just used Grok, what's the advantage of a last frame over just a reference image? Because you could also just pull that up as a separate reference image too. What does it
Because you're
last frame give you?
You're guaranteeing that you're going to end on that frame and with that object.
Ah, okay. So it just gives you a little bit more control about the pacing or whatever.
No, you're guaranteeing what you're going to start with and what you're going to see in the beginning, and you're guaranteeing what you're going to see at the end and how your
Ah,
scene is going to end. And so you want it to kind of make sense, right? If you have somebody in space and then you have like a random like office like dude on the beach, like it's gonna be fucking weird as shit. But if you have somebody in an office and another scene in an office and then start an end frame and then you give it all of this you give it direction, it'll make sense and will work.
ahoy, Silas.
What's up?
So yeah, we're just getting started, so we might as well just restart it. Have you seen this one?
I have not. Let me pop out real quick. There we go. Let me see if it's no, it's not working. Okay, good. Love it when that happens on everything. Gotta find. Oh wait, I think I know when it's not. There we go.
And
Do that.
You're streaming right now too?
Yeah.
Hi, Silas's chat. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, I got to drive later.
Yeah, and so did you want us to play your songs too? You were saying?
No, it's pretty bad.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Quality wise, it's not great.
I do like the slurs one. We could do that though. Oh, and you remixed it or something? All right.
Yeah, I tried to make it sound like a Bruno Mars song because I thought it was funny.
All right.
Well, so Delta said, can you not do that with the Grok's video reference now? First frame, last frame is very specific. Video reference is not. No. Saying images and referencing it with image one and or at image one and at image two is entirely different. You are if you do that, you are 100% referencing those objects that you want to have in your scene. Start frame and end frame is you have a completed image that you have that you want to be the very beginning of what you're creating, and then end frame is a completed image that looks exactly how you want your scene to end, right? Let's say you have a dude with a machine gun standing in front of a whole bunch of crowd of people. That's your start frame, and then your end frame can be them all dead on the floor. So you know that you want a dude with a machine gun at the very beginning, and you want all of them dead at the end of your generation. And so then that's how you prompt it in order to get from point A to point B. That's what start and end frame is. It's entirely different from referencing images. And if you try and say, oh, I want you to reference this image as the beginning and this image as the end, you are not going to get those exact images in that exact flow.
Interesting. Interesting. Thank you. All right. So yeah, this is Null FM's costumes.
Another day, another face. I got my laid back face for the weekday meeting race. Got my totally fine disguise, red eyes, coffee, tiny lies. Swipe on the customer charm like sunscreen on my arm. I keep a backup grin in the glove box just in case again. All these costumes, all these wigs, all these rented little skins. Who am I when I'm alone in a t-shirt on my throne? All these costumes, all these scenes, changing outfits, changing dreams.
Yep.
Okay, you said t-shirt on a throne. That's, I mean, I don't. If you're, it's such a random thing. Again, I understand what you're trying to do, but just looking at it visually, like it's just what are we doing here? Like doing a callback to Jurassic Park would work in actual like video, not a music video, unless your whole thing was about dinosaurs and shit. It's just throws it off. I don't know. I think it's
You think that
extra.
scene was that disruptive?
I mean, in my opinion, compared to everything else that's happening, and I'm not even talking about the art style
Yeah.
differences between everything. Like it's just
Yeah, I can see it. It's definitely kind of off on its own there, because yeah, we had all the stuff in the bathroom. We had the costume changes. So yeah, I think this is like one of the few things so far that hasn't been like costume related. But I mean,
like yeah, I understand what you were trying to get across, but it doesn't go with what everything else that you have going on.
yeah, I can see it.
Like the costume shit that you have is interesting at least. You know, your character design is your character design. I'm not gonna it necessarily rip apart what your fucking characters look like, but you're at least yeah, it's going along with your theme, which I like. So you have that going for it. It's just these are more little things that I'm noticing. The style though, the style is just something that it's not everybody seems to really struggle to understand style consistency. But I also know that Grok is kind of a piece of shit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I would encourage people, please, let's get some style consistency.
And what are some good ways to force that? Just better reference images, or
Just keep fucking pulling the fucking lever.
great.
No, like honestly, there is not you're not gonna find anything better. I can actually show an example of it real quick.
Yeah,
Um,
it does look like you're gonna have to spend more to get better consistency.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Gotcha.
Hold on, I got this for you, key. Let me pull this up. So I did Tectone's stream starting soon thing, and so I'll show you the example that I have. So I wanted him to look live action and not be a 3D CGI character. And it took quite a few generations to get there.
Mm.
I think I wasted like 80 credits on Higgsfield to get it. I actually did use Higgsfield for it because I wanted, the live action element in there and looking good. But
Oh,
like,
wow! So this is the same prompt.
Yes.
Holy shit! Why was it giving you this?
Because it just again, it's AI generation. This is the nature of the beast. This is just what happens. So if something doesn't match your style, roll again. Like I do it all the time. I want something that looks more consistent with what I want. I don't accept less. So I just it has got to keep going until it looks like it. You can the best you can do is something like reference this image for style reference or whatever, but even then it's not going to follow it 100%. It's really hard. It's really hard to
And
if you want something consistent, it takes time.
yeah, Nicola's asking, doesn't Higgs do image to video? Like, couldn't you instead? So this was all in trying to generate a video.
Yeah.
Because couldn't you create the character and then put him in there like as an image and then use that as the starting frame or a reference?
What do you mean, like green screen? Get a green screen Tectone,
or even just have AI put them together. What I'm saying isn't that going to be cheaper? Isn't that going to be cheaper than generating video over and over and over? Like if you're not getting the video results,
this is this is generating the base image that I
Okay,
use to
okay,
generate the video
okay,
from.
okay. Couldn't you
But no, I'm
still?
not.
Couldn't you
I'm
get
not going
more?
to generate two separate images because then I would have to generate one set of images to get the background that I want, and then I have to generate and make sure that I get a perfect green screen of Tectone walking, and then I have to make another like it's more work. I'd rather get it all done in one, and I was able to get it done in one.
All right, fair enough.
So yeah, I don't know. It's if you want to go through the extra bits, I mean, I guess you can, but there's also there's some things that you want to have just be made in the raw image. But again, this is a problem that I run into that's mainly because of live action and the nature of live action, right? When you're doing anime, it's less so.
Yeah. Chat says Silas looks like Tectone's his dad. I can kind of see it. Like you guys are walking down the street.
Cruel irony of this, I'm older than Tectone.
And then Nicola, burning credits on images. Yeah, I burn credits on images and on video, but that's because I actually have Higgsfield. Okay, all my images that I generate on Higgsfield are 4K. It understands absolute perfect context of everything that I want. You know what? Just to prove a point, I'm gonna send this to you so you can put it on stream.
Okay, Don, how good is Higgsfield at like outputting images with no background? Like if I wanted to make a emote or something, as an example.
Don't use Higgsfield, use OpenArt.
OpenArt, that'd be the better one. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the look, right?
Yeah.
And then I just said, and then this is the prompt. That's it.
Wow, yeah, that's a short prompt. Let me go ahead and just pull that up so I can show it on stream.
I still love that Vegeta.
Yep.
But like this is why I use Higgsfield for live action, and I also use it specifically so that for images, because it understands all of this shit implicitly. It knew what Bobobo was. It knew Dragon Ball Z. It knew, to put Vegeta in BDSM gear. It knew what Riftbound was. It knew who Shinya was. Like, it understood all of these things. So, yeah, I'm going to burn credits when I do shit like that because I would be stupid if I didn't. If base image isn't good enough, you're starting the video at a not good enough starting point. Exactly. You always want your starting image to be as perfect as you can reasonably get it, right? Reasonably get it doesn't mean, oh yeah, this is good enough, or you just trying to shit something out or whatever. Reasonably good enough is it has the elements that you're after. It doesn't have any insane imperfections, and it's relatively what you want, and AI is not, if it doesn't behave, then it's like, okay, well, this is the best that it can do, and then just go for it.
I like that you asked it to make the Cybertruck look vile.
Yes.
Oh man, above the wheel well, the girl in the orange, that's kind of diabolical.
Oh yeah. No, like again, this is why I don't care about spending credits, and this is why I say if you want to do something like this, then Higgsfield's the only way, because it understands all of these things that other models don't just by name alone. It knew what Bible Black was. So just saying, like, when it understands what Bobobo is and it knows what Bible Black is, I'm pretty sure it knows quite a bit. So just saying.
Oh no.
The only reason I put that in there is because Shinya is a fucking anime nerd, and so there you go. He gets to read Bible Black and Bobobo. You just didn't think their image gen was that far ahead. No, their image gen is far ahead. Also, I did, by the way, ooh, I'm gonna send you one more thing from here because this is gonna change video generation forever. Cinema Studio 3 is gonna be available. And Cinema Studio 3, I know we had 2.5 the other day, and now we're at Cinema Studio 3. I'm gonna share a clip that somebody created. And this is what Higgsfield Cinema Studio 3 is going to be capable of. Again, it's pretty intense that we can do this.
Get all this off the screen. Holy shit.
Wait, what? Whoa.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, come on. People saying, oh, we need speed dance, we need this, that, and the other. Like, motherfucker.
As people keep saying, Hollywood is cooked. Holy shit, they're over. Damn. Dang. Yep. R.I.P. All right, let's continue.
Hold on.
Yep. What up?
This is not my speed. This is not the sort of shit that I personally enjoy. But as a tech demo of what you can do, it is impressive.
Damn.
Whoa. Just BTFO the monster.
Again, guys, I'm telling you, this sort of shit that I'm playing with and using.
Yeah.
Just
wow.
Understand.
And do you have access to the prompt? I'm like, because that's probably somewhat short too, right? Like you were talking about, like it because it knows a lot of stuff. Like that was
the prompt is actually in the top right of that video.
Oh. Dang it. Get me back there. I'm not seeing the prompt. Oh, maybe this is covering it? Nope, that just goes, I don't know, maybe I need to be signed in or something, which I'm not.
Hold on, I'll stop you.
Okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
Top right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing it. I don't know. But yeah, a young woman with dark hair, bang. So just describing the look, reading the book. She wears a light, yeah, describing the clothes. Subway lights hum. Suddenly, massive monstrous creature bursts through. Creature lunges towards the camera. The transition from quiet, calm, lo-fi subway ambience to explosive horror action, dramatic lighting shifts. Wait, I'm not even seeing where it describes the transformation. Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Just give her a mech suit randomly.
I guess so.
Probably part of the element, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
Interesting.
I didn't notice. It looked like the subway was going in both directions.
My entire point, all I'm saying is Higgs, if you really want to push the boundaries, Higgsfield's the only way to go. But specifically, again, only for live action. If you're not doing live action, use open art. But all of this is to just say, yes, start image. Make sure your starting image is as flawless as you are comfortable with it being. So just generate as many times as you can to get the style right and to get the motion right. Even if Here's another thing that happens, and I've already noticed it in this video. Right, here's what I've noticed in this video, for you, Noel. Something to look for: the curtains and the way the characters grab the curtains. It changes from being a like somebody has a filter, like, color filters, and, like, changes to shit like After Effects or Premiere or whatever, and it changes from somebody looking like they're actually grabbing it into being something more anime, where you can tell the frame rate differences, or it looks less real. And so, like, even in the animations, you still have to, even if you have the best, the exact starting image that you want, you still have to then go through the video generations and make sure that it aligns with what you want. Again, these are some nitpicks, but it's just advice on where to look to improve.
Makes sense.
Dreams, if I drop one on the floor, would you even know me anymore? Brave mask, date night bar, anxious hands in a borrowed car, online profile, superhero, in real life I choke out, hello, family dinner, perfect kids, stuff the truth with the mashed potatoes lid, smile for the fridge door frame, every smile just part of the game, all these costumes, all these...
I'm gonna have to there for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a much better use of rapid cuts. That is a great example and a classic example of when you would want to do that. So that was better. But again, when we're in something that's, we're in the verse where it's more, it's slower, and there's not a whole lot happening. Some of the cuts and the scenes should flow together a bit more, instead of feeling like they're completely disjointed and random. Again, I know you're trying to get it to go with the music, but I promise, if you make them flow better and don't feel like they're just all over the place and like they're just random generations that you just happen to have and put in there. I know that's not necessarily the case, but if you make it flow and make it feel deliberate, then when you get into your faster paced cuts, it's going to hit a lot better.
Yeah. And did you have something, Silas?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
All these ranted little skins, who am I when I'm alone? In a t-shirt trying to atone. All these costumes, all these roles, cheap elastic on our souls. If they all fall to the floor, will we like the person at the core? Take off one, then one more layer. Under the fine, there's a quiet little stranger. Take off 2, then 3, then 4. Getting scared, I might be nothing or something more. Oh, yeah, yeah.
That scene.
Yeah.
All right, I understand what you're going for, and not even talking about AI jank, because there's certain things that I know are going to be a challenge to try and get done right. How far are we in the video? We're towards
two out of 3 is 2/3.
Yeah, we should be like, we're in the solo section of this. We should be seeing some more significant action. We shouldn't be saying just long drawn out driving sections. We need more cuts. We're going in the opposite direction, right? We're in the action sequence where we want to see more shit happen, and this just feels, for lack of a better word, boring, right? You have your solo moment, the really going ham on a guitar and all of that, and what's he doing? It's just lazily riding a bike. And it doesn't matter even if it was fast paced and it actually could understand speed. I know AI is difficult with that. It doesn't matter if you sped it up or anything like that. We need different cuts, maybe different cuts of from the front of the bike, from the back of the helmets, riding over the shoulder, like different things going on, so that we feel it feels more kinetic instead of just this. It doesn't work for your solo section.
All right.
All these costumes, all these wigs, all these rented little skims.
Oh,
Yeah.
the little effect that you have on, drum beats and stuff, it's not enough. It needs to be actual full scene cuts to something else that's happening. So the little effects that you have, they help, right? They do a little bit, but it's so uninteresting because it's such a long, drawn out section that it needs a lot more than that. Though those are good effects to add, though. Those they're worth putting in there.
Okay. And I
Better to
like.
cut. It depends. It depends. Like there's certain times where it's better to cut. There's other times where it's better to be like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna instead decide that we're gonna add in some effects to, pulse to the beat or something. It depends on what you're really going for, but you definitely needed more cuts during the solo.
Okay. And I did like, so yeah, we can say I don't have a problem with it, but we can say the bike doesn't work as the solo scene or whatever, but I like that, like the timings are, because you'd pointed out last time that there were a couple off timings. Here the timing's better, so like we've got
a lot better.
Yeah, and you can see like right when the solo ends and it shifts again, he goes in the door. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, like I think that was good.
No, like again, like that's fine.
Talking to the ceiling tone. All these costumes, all these names, swap them out like video games. If I show up at your door, just myself, would you want more? All these costumes, all these wigs, choir counterfeit beginnings. Who are we when sets go dark? Just bad.
Look, look at the frog, yeah.
Excellent. Well, listen, hold on. So, if people that are watching, this is this is not what I would put as cameo slop, right? We're at the end, and we already saw homage to somebody else's video. Him knocking at the door and getting blasted. Right? Okay, we got that. It makes sense that he's walking past, framed portraits of people. It doesn't. It doesn't come across as like, why the fuck does that exist?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like it's put in there just to put it in there or anything like that. It feels like, okay, I believe that this is a thing that exists in this individual's house in this universe.
Yeah.
It fits the story.
It's organic. Yeah, absolutely. No, like, it depending on how much longer it goes, but having the not just the homage, having the homage to the go back a little bit to the fucking the door.
Yeah, like right here.
Yeah. Like right here.
Yeah.
Those that saw the other fucking video, this is a clear reference to that, which in itself is interesting because it's not just, having a whole bunch of cameo shit. It's referencing somebody else's video and then the creator. And that is a vastly more interesting and, in my opinion, better way to actually introduce something like that.
Yeah.
Myself, would you want more? All these costumes, all these wigs, choir counterfeit beginnings. Who are we when sets go dark? Just bad hair and beating hearts. All these costumes on the ground, kick 'em in a little mound. If we're awkward, if we're scared, at least it's us, at least it's bear. At least it's bear.
Gunshot as wake up cut. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot better than the first one. It is. I think it's more pacing. There's certain elements that I think were in there and it just felt off. I think the T-Rex is probably the most just like, what the fuck are we doing? Because it was just why does this exist? The cameos at the end, they actually made sense in the video and in the context of it. It didn't feel like they existed just to tag somebody in for no reason. I was concerned that it was going to go longer. But it didn't. So that was just the right, like, that was very well done as far as not doing too much. The music I'm very iffy on. I'm not a crazy big fan of the style.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's personal taste.
That's very, very personal taste. There's nothing that, I mean, I can at least listen to it and know that there is nothing that was outright offensive about it. There was nothing that was, inherently bad about the music. I think it was just some of the pacings of the visual that didn't match the pacing of the music. I also think at the end, that last shot was a little. I understand you're trying to wrap it up, and I have made the suggestion that you kind of want to end it and slow down towards the end after your climax, but it's still, the band is still going hard, right? So you probably don't. At least it's better. Right? It just.
So you're saying the music should have faded out with it better too, like slow it down? Yeah.
No. I think that the visuals at the end should have been. I think there should have been one more cut, and I think it shouldn't just been like, we're going to bed, because it's not slow enough. Quite like it's not a slow enough song at the end to justify that.
So you're saying keep the song but change the ending up a little bit, so it's.
I would have changed the ending up. Like, I like, that you wanted it to be dressed up in a bear, but at the same time, it was for the pacing of the music, it was a very slow scene, and it didn't match it all that well. Like, if it was one of those sort of, I guess, ballad like closings, where you kind of cut out the drums and it's slower guitar playing, slower singing.
I'll be
Okay,
right
that
back
makes
too.
sense, right? And you're just slowing down the pace until you say the final word. Okay, at that point, fine. That scene would have worked, but you're still keeping the same tempo and the same pace. Like, it feels like something else should have been happening, like going out and doing something or whatever the case may be. Could have just been an extended scene of change in the music. Yeah, I wouldn't have even. Yeah, the music didn't even need to be changed. It was just the scene needed to be changed a little bit because it just felt like it was too much. And the two biggest things that I am very glad that you learned is that you kept the you didn't have surprise color bullshit like you did with the green. I know you wanted green to be your color, but at least the colors were consistent. Uh, The so you did that. You didn't have shit just dripping down the entire fucking time. and you had things actually on the beat instead of off. And already there was improvement. So look at that. Look at that. And it was a lot better than the first one that I watched by a lot. You thought it was good. I'm not saying it was. I'm not saying it was bad. I mean, I can look at something and listen to something objectively, and I can say whether or not something is objectively quality or not. And in that sense, it was there's a few things that were off about it, but it was still relatively decent. Personally, I never want to watch the whole thing because I hate that style of music. It's nothing, again, that's personal taste. It has I personally don't enjoy that sort of shit. I personally hate it. But I can at least look past, my own personal preferences to kind of see what's there. So yeah, it is by far vastly superior to what most people are creating in this little fucking community. So there's that.
Nice. All right. Next up, Delta wanted his stuff critiqued too. So this is Delta Wolf's one. He did it two months ago. Yeah, go.
Let me get some fucking tea. I'm going fucking crazy here.
Alrighty, sounds good.
I need a drink. I'm not gonna get maybe this weekend I'll get smashed. Fucking make a drinking game out of one of these things, and you guys get to deal with Drunk Dawn. Drunk Dawn is very funny and very crazy. But
Sober Dawn's already funny.
But if you think that I can be a supreme asshole about shit, I promise you, Drunk Dawn, when Drunk Dawn gets mad, Drunk Dawn gets really mad.
Oh.
Dang.
Maybe we'll have some fun with it. I don't know. But if people get ripped apart when Drunk Dawn's around, then, well, don't take it personal.
I have an interesting question, just because I know there are a lot of people just starting off. What would be your advice for someone doing a video for the first time, like their very first like music video or something like that, for example?
I think
that's a good question. I think, I got my fucking wireless headset. I can walk around. I could go take a shit, and I could be talking to you guys, and it wouldn't be a problem. But no, I think the best advice that I would give anybody that's starting out: be critical of the music that you're creating, right? Especially with Suno. Don't be afraid to generate until it sounds like an absolute banger. I give the same advice all the time. Make sure that you can listen to it in the car with the windows down, or you don't feel embarrassed by it. Okay. Give it a day, right? Give it a day and come back and listen to it again. If it still hits and it's still good, then you can start crafting your story. The easiest way to do that is to base it on the lyrics, right?
Okay.
Your song should be a story about something. I would encourage people to create it about either themselves or an abstract, and don't create it about another person. I would instead choose to make something about um something or something that's more personal to you, something that you can think more about, just because it's a lot of people just don't have that mind of being able to create for somebody else without it sounding weird. I don't know how to really put it. I would probably just say make it about yourself, make it about an experience that you've had, make it about something funny, something random, something you know something about, and make sure that it's something that you can actually visualize. Like if you can listen to the song and you can visualize something in your mind, try and write down what you see in your mind. Right, like when I was doing one of the soundtracks, I for something I managed to come across a thing for the Sog Frogs, and that inspired me. Like immediately, I thought, okay, special forces dudes with frog costumes in Vietnam. It sounded funny to me, and then that's how I kind of came up with the concept for Tectone episode 2. Right, that whole thing, spawned all of that. So if you if it doesn't sound good when you're driving, if you feel embarrassed to have your windows down when you're listening to music at a decent volume, if like, and I'm not saying blast it and all of that, but like, enough where somebody could probably hear it. If you feel embarrassed by that, if you come back the next day and it doesn't sound quite as good as you remember it being when you first generated, then just generate again. Just keep pulling that lever until you get that song.
All right,
Something you research thoroughly. I don't make cringe. Yeah, absolutely. But if it's something you've researched thoroughly, I mean, sure. But you kind of want to. Uh, how do I put it? Like, here's like an example. If you wanted to make a song about Hassan shocking his dog, right? How would you start that, right? You would talk about how he's shocking his dog, how, he and poor Kaya and all of this. And then you got to think, okay, what's the direction? Do I want it to be more like from the perspective of Kaya? Do I want to talk about how much of a shitbag his son is in general? Like, what direction do you want to take it? So something like that. Don't think of, oh, I want to make a song about a fucking Commodore 64, or I want to do a fucking Pokemon song or something like that. That's going to be cringe and gay and fucking terrible. Make
You heard him.
something about
Do games about Commodores and Pokemon.
so you gotta do you gotta do something that's not going to be cringe. You got to do something that's and it can be wildly funny, like the bitch got a penis song, right?
Yeah.
That one's
It's just
funny.
you just gotta fucking get there. And yeah, as long as you're not embarrassed by letting other people listen to it, and you're not afraid to blast it, wherever you may be, then you got something good. And then craft your visuals from there. Don't think too hard. Don't get theater kid with it. That happens way too often. People get all theater kid about shit. Don't fucking do that.
Give an example of that. What's Two Theater Kid?
Uh, Thinking that you're gonna create something that is some masterpiece, but you're the only person that understands anything that's happening, and nobody else gives a fuck about what you're creating, or nobody understands.
So like we were talking about earlier, kind of keep it simple, or at least approachable. Like make it so people can understand it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sounds good. All right.
I feel better about my slur song now.
You ready for the Delta one here?
Yeah.
You sound enthused. Jeez. All right.
Sorry, it's just listen, Delta Wolf, I'm gonna rip you a new asshole real quick.
Oh jeez, we haven't even fucking started. All right.
There's just something so goddamn cringe about fucking dudes and being like, "Oh, I'm the wolf," and then having wolf symbology. It's just so fucking gay and cringe. It's just so overdone and fucking off. It's the same as people with like Punisher skulls and shit. It's so fucking gay. So it's like that's why I'm not enthusiastic, because I got to look at a fucking wolf that somebody is doing yet again. And it's nothing against Delta Wolf at all and whatever the fuck he does, but just know that every time I see that, I think it's the same as some, stupid fucking cunt that has a Punisher skull on the back of their gay little Jeep. Like, I just, ooh, I hate it.
Duran made the best Wolf song ever. Everything
The
else
only
after
one
that's
that's even worthwhile.
everything else
But
after is bad.
holy shit.
Trying to reach that part.
All right,
Gen
let's
X
hit.
cringe like Facebook posts, yeah. Well, that's a fuck. That's I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't. You can play your little semantics games. I don't give a shit. It's you called yourself Delta Wolf. That's like, XX Elite Sniper XX. Like, I just, oh, Jesus. Anyways,
Do we have any people in the community who are Fox Boys with Punisher skull vests? Because someone should get on that.
Closest one to that would be like Underworld Fox.
I mean, Kinney often wears a vest.
furries,
like
dude.
he doesn't have.
fucking-
there are a couple.
the
There
only
are a
time I
couple
like
people that
dealing
it
with
almost
furries
fits.
and when they want to buy fucking machine guns because they have unlimited funds, and I know where all the good shit is. But outside of that, I don't. Oh fuck.
Yeah, yeah, Delta Wolf in a Don P video with a Punisher vest. All right. Anyway, let's hit it.
Is there supposed to be music there?
Yeah, that one threw me when I.
Hold on. Pause.
Yep.
Fucking pause. Dude.
Need to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. All right. Listen. You can't fucking do that and just have it silent like that. You need something. Because as soon as Keen started playing it, correct me if I'm wrong, did you check to see if your sound was on?
I did, and I've seen the song before.
And
I mean, it was like a month ago or something.
Discord sound was on. I was like, wait, is like, is there something going on? Oh, holy shit. Okay. I'm gonna find a meme really quick. I'm gonna find a meme. Yeah, this every time somebody has like this is what I think of, this exact meme. So hold on, pause real quick. I had a hilarious idea with this art style. At least good job in keeping the art style consistent, by the way. I just had a bong thought.
Oh.
Like, if you're trying to get people into this with all serious and shit, and then all of a sudden the wolves appear and they're speaking to each other in farts with subtitles. Oh.
No.
Oh. Oh, that'd be good.
Oh, man.
It could. Oh, even better if it was like Ace Ventura.
Oh no. Jim Carrey yelling.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
man.
bending over, fucking moving his ass to talk. Oh my god. Oh, that would actually be so good. That
Oh
would be
no.
so good.
I don't know if I'd last in that video. Oh man.
Alright.
Get a whoopee cushion, make it a voice in Suno.
Oh god. Can you pause? Can you pause? Can you take that fucking image that I sent you of in the world of sheep, I am the can you like superimpose that in like the top like left corner of the fucking screen so that people can have that as a reference? I think that adds so much to the extremely edgy shit we're seeing. Please.
Did we lose Keen? Oh no, there
I
he is.
think we
Oh
did.
shit!
I think
Yeah,
he died.
sorry, that's my bad. I'm not sure when it got muted. I must have bumped it. Let's see.
Oh, Captain, my Captain, where have you been?
I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, I guess I muted it. That's my bad. Let's
Put
see.
it between Keen and Silas.
That'd be funny.
What was that called anyway? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Whoops.
I'll send it to Discord.
Oh, you want that
I'll
to
just
be
leave it as
your
a permanent
new profile?
picture.
There you go. There's your new profile avatar.
What?
Oh boy.
All right, let's see
the
here.
taxidermy is brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You don't understand the deeper themes behind the giraffe pussy.
All right.
What? That's not. That's not it.
Some of the Nux quotes are absolutely diabolical.
Holy shit. I hate gay edgelord shit like this. It's so like, what are we doing? Like, why? Oh, and that was a fucking moth that just ran into my window and killed itself.
How'd I do?
Mothakazi. Or kamikaze moth.
How'd you do it? Let's see. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Excellent. Look, Delta Wolf is here in spirit. All right, let's continue this
That's
shit.
brutal. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought we lost him for a second.
What? No, stop. Stop.
Oh boy.
Stop. Why? I was gonna be so fucking happy that this was over, and then you wanted to have fucking metal, and then you wanted to have this, whatever the fuck on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we encouraging this? Why?
Oh no.
Pick a fucking genre and stick with it. Don't do this. Don't. You had something that was totally fine. It was edgelord shit, but it was totally fine. And then we got this. Oh, you're gonna make me drink. Holy fuck, dude.
Jeez. So you would have just rather it not transition at all, keep the style from the first half?
No. Just if you're gonna stop doing the fucking like slow fucking flute bullshit, just end it. Don't go into metal, or if you're going to go into metal, then you have to do some little fucking. You gotta fondle the balls a little bit, and you have
gotta
to
do a
actually
transitional
make sure
cadence kind of thing.
You need to transition people. You can't just be like, "Hey, we're done with this now. fade to black, boom, metal with some fucking gay fucking wolf thing. We can't. You can't. It doesn't. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Anyways. I hate it. I hate it.
Why?
I hate everything about this.
Why?
Like the visuals are fine, but it's like why did you let the video start with something and then end it and then have metal and then make an anime like and what are we doing? The visuals are relatively and like the visuals in the beginning were great and now they're relatively consistent kind of, but just what are we doing? It's just just watch the vid. Your vid is giving me ocular cancer.
Dude, it's
like
not.
and like a migraine because of everything that's happening in it. Like I honestly I would have said good job if you would have ended it right there when you faded to black the first time. I'd be like, okay, cool, that's a great experimental thing. Good job. Congratulations. You made something that wasn't terribly offensive. And then we get we get cursed with a second coming of an anime opening that has no business ever existing with that opening that was so stylistic. And then this is like, oh god.
I like it.
Gene.
Yep.
You're a cunt. Maybe make it into two. Yeah, make it. It should have been
two separate videos.
Two separate videos, and you could have milked your fucking content for two fucking like you could have gotten two videos out of it, dude. That's what I would have done. Jesus Christ. Captain Rudy. I like it. It's different. And listen. It is not different. It is terrible. Structurally, this is a horrible, fucking miserable piece of shit with the just whiplash of audio. You can't do it and ever have it sound good. Be more corporate. If you fuckers are taking away to be more corporate, then you're not understanding the criticism in the first place. Tell us how you really feel. Well, I would tell you how I really feel, but there's several people streaming on YouTube. So,
jeez,
we'd have to end the YouTube streams.
Yeah, let's continue.
All right.
Why is it just running? Why are we Screamo? Why?
What's this?
I don't.
Question for Delta Wolf, actually. Was this done in 5 or 5.5?
This was 2 months ago, so it must have
Was
been.
that done like
MMM5.
with
Okay.
like methamphetamine like fueling your creation?
The reason I was asking is because I
Why?
haven't had
Hold
issues
on,
with
hold
random
on, hold
screamo.
on. Stop, 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 stop,
4.5. Okay.
stop. What? Hold on. I thought. Holy fuck.
We're gonna
I
kill
thought
John.
this was a different goddamn video. Why do you
What?
do these retarded half cuts? And then like it's just why does it seem like this should be an entirely separate video? What in the fuck are you doing? Like these should all be separate videos. They doesn't they don't fucking mesh. They don't go together. Is this a backstory afterwards? I don't know. Entered part 3. Dude, this is if you're gonna do these fucking things, make them separate videos. Because why did we go from one thing that was great stylistically for visuals, and then we go into some fucking bad metal anime screamo shit, and then with visuals that were just like someone was off their Ritalin that day, and now we're back to the music from the beginning, but with a different style. But the style looks decent, right? But why are all of these in the same video? Like Keen, I swear, I thought that your fucking the video ended and it
I turned
loaded
autoplay
something
on.
else from his channel.
All right.
All right,
Yep.
let's finish this. It make Cameo slop over whatever the fuck I just watched, and I hate Cameo slop. That made 0 sense. I that made no sense whatsoever. You know what video like listen, the visuals were fine for each of the segments that you did. The visuals aren't the problem. Necessarily, no, in the middle part, your part 2 was all over the fucking place. Like the styles were fine, but you know the first part, the third part were fine, but the music, what are we doing? There's so much empty space in the beginning. I had to check my sound. Keen checked his sound. I was I increased the volume on my headset, thinking that maybe I had turned it down for some reason. Like it just holy shit.
Okay, but
You
let's.
know what, Silas? I'm gonna tell you. I think that the intrusive thought Kirsch video that you made had made more sense than what we just watched and had to listen to.
No. Oh no.
Okay,
Because
but
at least it was the same style the entire time for the music.
because we're trying to leer here, what would your like positive critique be, like a constructive criticism? What, like, so you're saying
I
like,
already said make it 3 separate videos. They were all way too different, and there was clearly stopping points. Make it 3 fucking separate videos.
This makes me want to go over what a musical cadence is, because there is a way to sort of fuse the genres, but you can't just abruptly cut between them in order for it to be coherent.
Yeah, it's too much. There's too much dead space. The ending, like, okay, you ended it with 2 girls walking up to it, fine. It's so all over the place. The visuals, I mean, you have a style down, which is fine. Like that's better than most people. But holy fuck! If it was 3 separate videos that you had me watch, I probably wouldn't be so goddamn negative about it. But because you decided to fucking, weld those fuckers together with some Chinese shitty glue and you got high as fuck off of the fumes and then thought it was a good idea while you were high to put it out there, that was probably a mistake. Again, I think it would have been absolutely fantastic as 3 distinct videos, but not as one, and especially not the way it was combined.
I think for Suno, my next thing I want to try to do is go over Studio and explain how cadences work, because you can. I think I see the vision, and I think a little bit of a stylistic transition between the points would have been like huge, even if minor. Just because for me, it felt like the abrupt cut. That's really what got me with it. It's a you started slow and then you went into the more metal rock and then you went back to slow. There is a way to do that, but I don't know if Suno can handle that.
Suno can't handle that.
Yeah,
It absolutely can. I've done it before. Like you 100% can do it.
Yeah,
but the way that was created,
no, you would have had to go into like Studio. I think for this particular vision to work out, you would have had to have done some sort of like binding set of measures.
You would do 2 separate songs and then you would mash it up.
Oh yeah. You'd have to get specific with where you want the styles to shift to within the lyrics part as well, from my understanding at least.
Not necessarily, but a mashup would do it. I've done that before with a few songs. So yeah, you don't need to say when it transitions, but no, you can. Yeah, you can get that effect with mashups. You don't need to use Studio for it. Studio would get you extraordinarily precise with it, but I feel like mashup can lead to more interesting results.
Sounds good. That would be interesting to take those elements and mash them together and see what you get. A little bit more consistent.
Let's see, Suno can, but for me it's easier to use an audio or video editor to blend them together in a transition.
You still need to fill the music though, that's the thing.
You need to fill the music. You can't just like I've let's see, it's always been about the money part 1. The intro part of the Song Frogs, the background music, there are 3 different tracks and I blended it well enough that you can't tell what's going on because they're all the same fucking style. But if you're going from orchestra or flute into metal, anime into flute, you need to do that at the production level from like the music. You can't do it afterwards in a video editor. Yeah, it's just not going to work.
You need something in the song itself. You can't just like suddenly cut to like. I don't know if it would have been better or worse to have just a straight jump between the two instead of the fade out and fade in. It would have been abrupt.
Like even just having like the guitar just like ramp up and then it's just there, but it's so abrupt. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, stylistic whiplash, I think is what one of my music teachers said.
Yeah.
Anyway, I will go ahead and link the video there too. I realized we didn't do that, so yeah, go over there, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Let's see. Did you guys want to watch Tectone talk about Harry Potter?
Oh God.
Oh no. I already watched that one.
Oh, you have? All right, dang.
I think I watched it on stream.
The Japanese one was so fucking funny too.
Oh man.
Someone said that they wanted to throw their hat in the ring.
For oh yeah, we could do that too. Has that been linked in the Discord?
Who's that?
Started with a G. Yeah.
You. Let's see.
I guess while we're waiting, we can do this slur song.
You'll step into the blast zone. We'll put it out there, buddy.
Yeah, is it in the Discord?
No.
No. What?
No, you're gonna puss out. You said that you wanted to step into the blast zone. Or are you saying no? It's not in the Discord.
Oh, it might not be in the Discord.
I was gonna say you can't fucking back out of that.
Okay, let's. Oh, that's not the one. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, this was me trying to make it sound like Bruno Mars was singing it instead of the Barbershop Quartet.
No.
This is my usual stream slop.
Yeah,
Though,
this
so
is
just
this
heads
is
up there.
Silas.
In the grand salon of the English tongue, there lingered gems that once held sway. Epithets precise.
Oh, hey,
as
pause real quick.
diamonds cut that skew a far.
So this was like a first generation attempt. I sent it because I thought it sounded funny. If I want to improve this quite a lot, I need to go back and fix the lyrics because it works well for Barbershop Quartet, not so much for this format. Just heads up on that.
Hold on. Here's something that you Suno V5 or Suno 5.5 has changed how you prompt.
Oh, it has?
So I've been doing a lot of research on it and a lot of fucking around. You want shorter prompts for your style.
Shorter? Gotcha.
It does way better with shorter prompts, and you can do a lot more direction with your style, but you don't want a shitload of tags.
Got it. All right.
So the way that Grok has been doing stuff is no longer the you can train Grok on 5.5. I'll find the link to the resource that I've used to get Grok to unfuck itself. I just got to get it off my phone somehow.
All right. If you just DM that to me, I'll definitely work with that. Appreciate it, Don.
All right. Anyway, here's the remainder of the Slurs song. But yeah, I think the other one did work better, but
yeah.
Afraid to graze where meaning truly lies. A verbal scalpel sharp enough to heal. But heaven forfend we should improvise.
yep, definitely better as the Barbershop Quartet. Is that what you're sending right now?
Yeah, I sent the Barbershop one.
Do you want to just move over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Barbershop one actually worked pretty well. I do think that I could get a Bruno Mars song similar, but I am going to have to adjust the lyrics quite heavily. I just like the idea of that. Bruno Mars and say slurs are pretty cool.
Yep.
In the grand salon of the English tongue, there linger gems that once held sway. Epithets precise as a diamond's cut that skewer folly in the cleverest way. Yet now we circle them like cautious fawns, afraid to graze where meaning truly lies. A verbal scalpel sharp enough to heal, but heaven forfend we should improvise. Slurs are actually pretty cool. They got that je ne sais quoi so true. When context begs for something keen and bright, they paint the picture in the perfect light. But oh, what folly, what a stupid rule, to ban the very words that cut through drool. We stammer
Holy
hedge and
shit.
euphemize instead, while nuance
What?
You're
quite conspicuously
hold on. Pause it.
Yep.
Pause it. Okay, dude, Silas. It's not just a you problem, but holy fuck, guys, can we please learn that songs don't need to be hours long?
It's 3
And we
minutes.
don't. The amount of lyrics that I see, it's.
Oh yeah, it's more for the genre.
I know,
Like,
but
Barbershop just be
is
like that sometimes.
so many lyrics. Did you get this on Venice?
I used Grok to do this one.
Oh, was Venice getting too spicy on you?
Well, the joke was that it doesn't use slurs. It just talks about how cool they are, and it's trying to play within the rules, if that makes sense. It's just a joke.
You want to see what here? I'm gonna send this to you. I'm gonna send you what Grok gave me as lyrics.
All right. And dang. Whoa! That is definitely not stream safe. What the hell?
Nope.
Woo!
Nope.
I was trying to just make something a little stupid that kind of.
Oh, I wasn't trying to go that
yeah.
hard with it. Grok just decided, you know what? Hold my beer. And it's
Grok can be unhinged sometimes, but man,
that it
Oh, that's
decided
good.
to that there's an N and an F tower in there.
Dang.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's hold on, Keen. I'm gonna send you the lyrics.
Okay.
This was a one shot that I got from fucking Grok. I didn't expect it to actually go that hard. Do not show that on stream.
I won't.
Yeah.
That's gonna get you.
Okay, yeah, there's some.
I was
Holy
playing
shit.
safe by the rules. I told it to be like super highbrow with this one just because I thought it'd be funny.
Okay, yep. There's the
Like how smart people want to use slurs. Dang.
That's rough.
Yeah, no,
That's rough.
It went it went hard with it.
Grok was off its meds for this one.
Hmm.
That's amazing.
Yes, send it in
Rib
the
wants it now.
send it in the Learing Center.
Dude, that's amazing.
All right. Anyway, let's continue this, and then we can get to
I'm trying to
Gobneo.
learn how to get some shorter lyrics for different formats, but like I said, barbershop's just a weird one.
Imagine quoting history's tartest page, or needling pretense at a garden fete. The mott just waiting, polished as a blade, yet we're reduced to person of distaste. It's positively Victorian in reverse, a new prudery in progressive dress, where even scholars fear to speak the term, lest tenderish it suffer some distress. Slurs are actually pretty cool.
This is one of those ones I needed to sleep on because I actually know how this can be better.
Context begs for something
Yeah.
clean and bright. They paint the picture in the perfect light, but oh, what folly, what a stupid rule to ban the very words that cut through drool. We stammer, hedge, and euphemize instead, while nuance withers quite conspicuously dead. How droll this linguistic cage, where wit must tiptoe on a razor's edge. We laud free thought, yet muzzle free expression. A paradox that's far too gauche to mention. So here's to every forbidden verbal dart that once could fell a pompous fool with art. We miss you, darlings, in this tepid age, where every insult must be pre-approved and caged. Yet still we harmonize our mild complaint in four-part splendor, elegant and quaint. For even satire knows the proper tone, a velvet glove around a heart of stone. Slurs are actually pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool.
I love the chorus.
Yeah. If I want to keep anything from it, I think I'll keep that.
The irony, the sheer absurdity, we raise our voices in close harmony to toast the words we dare not use, yet still adore in four-part news. Ba-da-da-dum, they're pretty cool, pretty cool.
I wish I could do this with. There's an idea for this. Oh, hang on. Let me let this song finish up first. So imagine this, but the verses are all just beeps, like the censorship beeps. We shorten it to two courses, right? And we just have the intro basically talk about how, you know, what words would be really good if we can use them, and then like it just censorship beeps the entire time for TOS purposes.
Yes.
And then somewhere out in the random internet, we have the full uncensored version.
Yeah, you can put it on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Or Rumble.
I am wondering if I would have to manually go in and apply all the censorship beeps though.
Yeah, That's true.
I think it could be funny.
I sent you a song.
All right.
Actually, Keen.
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one.
I've had some people ask how 5.5 does with electronic. And I think this is probably the best example that I have.
My experience has
So
been
far.
a lot better than 5.
Oh, I haven't heard this version. All right.
I think you really like this song, John.
Yeah.
Well, this was testing 5.5.
Gotcha.
Pulled up to the club, gold chains hanging low. Spotted this fine thing, ass fat, moving slow. Red bottom heels clicking, weave long like whoa. Titties sitting right, but something fell off though. She twerking on me, running that thing real vicious. Pocket full of bangs, I'm feeling hella ambitious. Grab that waist, slip my hand down the crevice. Felt a big old bulge. Hold up, this bitch got a penis. That bitch got a penis. That bitch got a dick. Thought she was a dime, but she packing that stick. Bend over thinking pussy, now surprise, motherfucker. That hoe got a pole longer than my glove truck. Bitch got a penis. Bitch got a penis.
It actually flows.
It's the crazy part to me. Compared to where 5 was,
Oh yeah.
it's like unreal.
I said, damn, shawty, you trapping? Oh, she said, nigga, please, this secret don't tell your mama. Now I'm confused as fuck, trying to process the scene. She got the bomb head game, put the meat in between. Ayo, she went to switch up. She laughed like pussy. You scared of the stick up? Now we in the whip, window falls, hella thick. She trying to convince me to take a little lick. Now, bitch, got a penis. That bitch got a dick. Tried to smash the cheeks, got hit with that brick. I was about to dive in some wet Gucci bliss. Turns out the kid got balls. What the fuck is this? Bitch got a penis. Bitch got a penis.
That's pretty dang fun.
It's too good for what it is.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like something they'd play in like as actual club music in like Germany or some other gay country.
Ain't at this
Or
point.
have someone just slip into their set just because.
They do it at the drag show. And that would be so funny. Drag show, just someone plays this song as part of the set.
So yes, Suno 5.5 can do electronic music.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. So here's the Gobneos video 784. Let's see what we got.
I just looked over, and you still have.
Yep.
You have Delta Wolf here.
We'll hide it just so we get a little bit more visuals for the video. But yeah, no, that's fun. All right, let's hit it.
Too many times we shared a day. Too many times we shared a day. They made a chart in some back room. My name a dot near the floor. 700 names above me, all saluted, all at war. I framed the photocopied page, hung it crooked by my bed. Kept my number like a secret, like a joke I never said. I'm 784th in line for a job I never wanted. Every time the news comes on, another face is gone. I'm on it. I keep moving up, while I'm praying to stay behind. Counting strangers' final breaths as the bombs come down.
Yeah.
So far, look at that. We have someone that understands fucking consistency.
Yep.
So we have consistency. They sure have the $200 subscription. You don't need a $200 subscription to be fucking consistent. You just need to not just shit something out and be more critical about what you create. But no, this is so far it's fantastic. I like the visuals. You're actually telling a story, which is what I tell people to do. So good on you for that. The only thing that I really wanted to see is I was hoping for this second chorus that it was going to be more than just him looking over maps again. I was hoping that there was going to be something else. And I know that action is hard, but you know, I'm just thinking, you know, something like oil field on fire, a car exploding, you know, something
Behind
that just,
cover with like bullets flying past.
yeah, something to add a little bit more to the chorus, because outside of that, there's the visuals are great. They're showing exactly what's going on with the story you're trying to tell. There's a few bits that are jank, but I can tell that it's AI limitations rather than anything else. So look at that. You've gotten the most consistent music video that I've seen so far.
Dang, nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, that should have been like a large crowd of them, or multiple people like cheering. Like this needed more energy and more action at this point than it has for what's going on visually. Anyways, continue.
I will say musically it's not really to my taste. Again, that's just a personal thing, but like it is clear, like you were talking about, it's very consistent. Like I can tell it's a good one. It captures kind of like that early 2000s rock sort of thing going on. I mean,
Hey, Keen, can you link that to me?
Yeah, no.
I'll link it in chat right now. Yeah, the whole video.
All right.
It's not exactly my type of music either, but it's also interesting in the sense that, okay, we have calls to action in the background, right? So we have backup people like chanting. That's interesting. It's different. It's something special. It's great to actually hear something that's not just like the same old fucking shit. Every time you have something like that that's a little deviation from what the rest of the song is, it can actually elevate the song a little bit, and or make it a little more interesting. It's not my jam though, so I wouldn't pick it. Like if I was to listen to something, I wouldn't pick this as something to actually listen to, but I can tell that there's more going on.
Right.
Yeah, I want more action in this sequence than you have.
Makes sense.
Of despair, the ones who fell first never knew just what they leave behind. I taste metal in my mouth as my name goes up the line. My number keeps dropping like the bombs that clear the line. I'm 784th in line, and the crowd keeps getting thinner.
I just
yeah.
like the visuals that you have going on. It's telling the story. It's consistent. It looks great. The problem is, I want more, like action. I want more cuts. It's like you have music that's fast paced. You have shit that's going on, and it's and it sounds fine, for the style that you're going for. But the speed and the pace of of what's going on with the music do not match the visuals, especially when you're getting into the chorus. Like when you're in your verses, it's serviceable. It's exactly what you're trying to get after. But man, whenever you're in these choruses and shit's like getting, it's picking up in pace and intensity, I'm not getting what I want. Like it's just not interesting visually once we get to the choruses.
Mm.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, action. Like again, I know action is difficult, but that's why you got to be creative. You got to show horrors of war. This dude's building it up to 784. Okay, great. Show bodies or show things of dead people with other numbers on them.
That's a good point.
The
Like
song
that would be a
about
good
being
way
in
to
the
do it
irons.
too. The numbers, yeah.
Dan, if it is, I don't. We're just critiquing what we see. If that's
It,
what it
I
is,
believe
I
so,
mean,
though. It says, yeah, I decided to put together a track about Iran from the perspective of someone who's finding out.
yeah. But like, just put more in there of everybody that's of what's going on and leading up to the 784, because like I'm understanding just by you have ghosts of people in the background and shit like that. I'm getting that, but I want to see more visceral violence, and not necessarily violence, but I want to see the
Action.
approaching
Yeah.
his number.
Like maybe have a grenade land in a trench or something, and then you can cut away before the explosion goes off.
Well, no, yeah, you cut away before you just get to their looks of that they look horrified, and then you can do
Mm-hmm.
a cut and just have a grenade exploding in a trench or something like that, so you get it from a
1,000-yard
further
stare.
away. Yeah, there's a lot that you can do there, but just I want there needs to be more happening, and it's a shame because the rest of it is so consistent, and I can tell that it looks good, but it's just missing. It's just missing like that intensity that to match the music.
A certain je ne sais quoi.
You get it. It's a brutal story, so it needs to show that part. Yeah, it needs to be it needs to be brutal. It needs to.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I would say that is significantly better than most. Like I even with those problems, I would probably say it's the best one that I've watched so far out of all this fucking slop you've had me watch, Keen.
That's pretty funny because again, I didn't hate it or anything, but like I've liked a bunch of the stuff that that you've hated more than this. Again, this was good. This was technical. I definitely don't hate it, but like I think Noel's stuff was better, more interesting, and as well as some of the other big people. But yeah, no, it's good.
The consistency was there. There was a story that was being told, and there was a lot of subtlety that was being put in there instead of just being put in your face. But it was subtlety that made sense, like the ghosts of people, the effects of numbers, the effects the ghosts on his face, shit like that. It it showed a much broader understanding of how to assemble something outside of the action sequences, uh and for me, it's absolutely the storytelling and the consistency that made me enjoy that more than quite a few others. The music, it's not my cup of tea, but like Null FM, was it good? I mean, sure, but it also wasn't consistent in style, and there was like the T-Rex, brought me out of a bit, and the cuts brought me out of it quite a bit. And I know that you are vastly more forgiving about that shit than I am.
Definitely, yeah.
This was significantly better on a technical aspect than any of the others that we've watched.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it definitely was well put together.
Could the visuals be better? I mean, of course the visuals could be better. You could always do that sort of shit. But at the end of the day, it's still a consistent style. If it, you know what, I'll tell you this, actually, to be perfectly real, if Delta Wolf hadn't done the fucking stupid gay anime metal song in the middle and kept the entire thing going with the music style from the beginning and the end, and also the art style, and blending it from what he had in the beginning and then the stuff at the end, that I think could have actually been the best video that I've seen so far. But unfortunately, he ruined it with that middle section. Because the art style that he had opening, and also the audio in the beginning. But if he kept that visual style that he had was extremely interesting, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The art was amazing. No, the visuals are great, but they don't match. They were meant for other things, or if they meant for other things, they'd be better off. Yeah, it was definitely the styles that didn't match that always throws me for a loop, because it's like, what am I supposed to like? I don't know. It's all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, I just want consistency.
Alrighty. It's getting late here. Like I said, I didn't want to do a super long stream tonight, so I think I'm gonna kick you guys off. Yep, you can go hang it.
You then, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know what Silas is doing today, but you can go hang out over there or continue to hang out
working on
here.
a song about power metal where a baby wants to go visit his grandparents.
Thank you for hanging out, Don. Thank you for leering us. All right. Yeah. You're welcome to still hang out, or you can go back to your stream. But yeah, I think I do want to do that tech tone one. You're welcome to.
Yeah, I might stick around for this one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that seems like a fun time.
All right, night, Arkham.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh, did we already? Oh, it's a reaction to the Critical Drinker. So I've seen some of this, but yeah, let's go ahead. He'll still add fun.
I haven't seen either
stuff. Okay.
Perfect.
Ahoy! We're here with. Oh, let me get the wolf off the screen. I put it back for popular demand. All right, we're back.
We had Delta Wolf with us there for a second.
All right, we're back with Silas. We're watching Tectone's reaction to the Critical Drinkers thing about the Harry Potter nonsense.
Yeah, well, leave it to Hollywood to take one of the most beloved series of all time in the form of Harry Potter and make Snape black, because that's always fun, and make every character look like a gay lesbian. Anybody surprised? No, not really. Let's get into it.
Harry Potter series and I have a complex relationship.
Yep.
The books kind of passed me by in the 90s because angsty teenage
I still can't believe that was the 90s. I'm like, really? Wait, what?
at the time, so I never really fell in love with
I
them.
know.
Grew up with Harry, Ron, and Hermione.
I was I was forced to read the Harry Potter books when I was a kid. Didn't really give a fuck, but the movies were incredible. I actually rewatched the entire, like, I believe it's 7 films, like, almost every other year. It's so good.
Tiny, like so many other people did. Likewise, when the movies came out in the early 2000s, I didn't have any context for whether they were faithful adaptations or not, and I'll be honest here, the quirky, goofy,
to my knowledge, yes, they were faithful adaptations.
family-friendly tone.
I think for the most part, he gets into it. Like there were definitely aspects where they messed it up. I forget exactly, and especially as it went later, there were some that got pretty crazy.
Yeah, I tend to be a bit more forgiving on movie adaptations because of just the format differences. So if they went with like full detail everything in Harry Potter, those movies would have been a lot longer.
Yep.
Like Lord of the Rings length plus. So I get it.
Yeah. But yeah, there were just some changes that they didn't need to make, that they were like that it wasn't just format wise.
Yeah, that's going to be every movie though.
Hate them or anything. They just weren't really my cup of tea. So
the only thing that I don't like about the Harry Potter films is the fight scenes. Everything else is amazing. I believe the fights scenes are way too, they're way too over. Like when they kill Sirius Black, it's like 2 seconds. And he gets fucking dies immediately, which I thought was lame.
This is just kind of weird commentary because it's like about Black Snape, and he's like, let's talk about the fight scenes.
Wait a minute. Imagine for a second if Sirius Black was portrayed by the new Snape actor instead.
Yep, Black.
Dude, have you really funny?
Have you seen the AI Black Snape stuff?
Oh yeah, it's pretty great.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Anime fights where when somebody dies, like they get like their final word, it takes like 5 minutes, so you really get to soak it in. It comes out of nowhere, but it makes sense for the universe.
I was happy to let the fans get on with it, but I was always kind of curious, because nothing achieves that level of cultural impact without something pretty fucking special to back it up. So, a couple of years ago, I girded my loins.
Well, I mean, I guess that's not true, because keeping up with the
All right, Noel and anyone else heading out.
Grew my beard, and finally made the time to read the books and find out what all the fuss was about. And damn, man, I believe that I finally understood the appeal of Harry Potter. Yeah, J.K. Rowling's absolute abuse of adverbs in her writing can be...
What a shame how much of a lame-ass motherfucker Hermione became in her later years in life. Or whatever her name is, Emma Watson. Emma Watson is so fucking lame now, bro. But that being said, like, almost every white liberal female celebrity has just become a brainwashed puppet for leftist propaganda.
Dude, it's all of them. Like, all the actors, not just the white females. Like, yeah. I've heard it described as...
It's just that Emma Watson's the loudest, I think. That's where he's getting at.
Dude, what pisses me off is they all threw J.K. Rowling under the bus. Like, and not for the right reasons. Like, it's like, she built your fucking career. Like, even if you don't like her, like, even if you're completely opposed to her politics or whatever, it's like, wow, you're gonna call the person who made the thing that made you famous and rich, like, a terrible person? Oh, you're canceled. Like, no, fuck you guys.
Because she believes men shouldn't go in the women's restroom. Oh
right?
No, the horror.
That's the funny thing about J.K. Rowling is the left wants to make her out to be a Nazi, and some on the right want to claim her as like our girl when she's like the poster child for TERF. She's a radical feminist. She's just a trans exclusionary radical feminist. She hates men.
Yeah, no, for me, it's a case of like ally of convenience in this one particular arena. But everywhere else, we probably should oppose her quite vehemently.
That's the thing. I can appreciate her take, but you have to understand that, like, even when she's right for the wrong reasons. Because again, like her anti-trans sentiment comes from hating men and being very pro-women. Like, it's like, so yeah, she's right, but for the wrong reasons. But yeah, I've heard it as that I think the only good actor left of the main cast is Malfoy. Ironically, I think he's the only one who hasn't like opened his dumbass mouth and said some stupid political shit.
Well, good.
It's so annoying.
Tough to get through at times. Watch out, Harry, Hermione shouted warningly. I'm telling you, man, once you see it, you can never unsee it. But overall, the series was an impressive feat of imagination.
If that's not exaggeration, that's crazy.
Appreciate the movie.
And the games were also pretty decent as well.
Movies from a whole new perspective. Now I understood just how much depth, world building, and complexity they had to cut and condense to fit some pretty fucking enormous books into a 2-hour narrative.
Yep.
What I'm trying to say with all this push is that I greeted
I mean, if Lord of the Rings did it, Harry Potter can do it. I think J.K. Rowling did a great job.
the announcement of a new Harry Potter TV series on HBO with
And it looks like the gayest shit I've ever seen.
about the same level of enthusiasm. I'd welcome the installation of a new
Wait, that's the
toilet
gayest he's
seat.
ever seen?
I mean, it is an improvement, I guess, but is it really going to do anything revolutionary?
No.
Oh, this is the best shite I've done in years.
Gross.
On the plus
Now, I will say, getting a new bidet, that's life-changing. But changing toilet paper brands, maybe if you go from 1-ply to 4-ply. But new toilet seat, not really.
side, all that extra runtime.
Now that's the
offers
gayest
chance
shit
to
I've ever
expand
seen.
On stuff from the novels that either had to be cut or massively simplified
goodness.
for the sake of movie making, which is nice, I guess. Shit, man, it might even do my boy Ron justice this time around. Seriously, the Ron from the books is such a wildly different character from the film version, it's not even funny. He's snarky, he's quick-witted and assertive, he's angsty about his poor background, but he takes no shit from people about it. He argues regularly with Hermione, and he actually wins a lot of the time. On the other hand, I can't say I was exactly desperate to watch the same story get rehashed again, even if it came with a few extra bells.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, who even cares? Like, even without all that other stuff, like it. And why are we remaking it, and why for like the modern audience and stuff? Like, it's just no, it's gonna fucking suck.
You know what would have been way cooler?
What?
Harry Potter the anime.
Yeah,
That would have done numbers.
There are a couple good wizard ones, including, have you seen like Mashal?
Oh, Mashal is amazing. I love it. Like, that just goes to show how popular the concept is in Japan.
Yep.
All they would have had to have done is, like, if they wanted to print money, just make it an anime or a manga version.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, oh, now I'm thinking him talking like long drawn out anime fight scenes, like just like lean into it.
Oh, it would have been so cool to see though.
Yep.
Souls attached. And well, there's the other issue to consider. The first Harry Potter movie came out a quarter of a century ago, and Hollywood is a very different place from what it was in 2001. But hey, it's happening no matter what some arsehole on YouTube says. And yesterday, the first trailer dropped for season 1, so what the fuck do I actually think about it? Well, this one left me feeling confused. Right off the bat, the tone of the trailer is bizarrely dark, serious and heavy, all muted colours and washed out lighting, and overlaid with that booming, ominous Hans Zimmer score.
The other thing it's awkward, this is what I said the first time I watched this too, well, the Critical Drinkers version, is it's really like you're fighting an uphill battle from the start, because there's like, unlike some of these things where they remake it and remake it and remake it, or there's different versions, there's only been one actor of Harry Potter. So like there's the books and then there's the movies, and that's it. And so even though this guy looks a little like what we think of as Harry Potter, everyone already has the locked in image. Like there is one Harry Potter now. So it's really hard to recast any of these people. Cause
is it Daniel Radcliffe, I think is his name? Yeah.
With that booming, ominous
Hans Zimmer score. It's kind of got a bit of a uncanny valley sort of thing, just because we all know.
Were you there when I was looking at the trailer for this? I can't remember who all was there.
I don't think so.
I said that it kind of looks like it borders on like generative AI. Either AI is getting really good or Hollywood is dropping the ball hard.
I think both, but the latter.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Polar Express, and these are live action actors. That's what like confused me. So I'm not sure what's going on with the film direction. I think Depps Walker had mentioned it was like a gray filter and like a blur effect going on. Why would you do that for your trailer? Why would you make it look worse?
I know,
You know what I mean?
It's crazy. I was commenting on that too. It's like it just looks, even compared to the stuff they were making decades ago, it looks so fucking soulless. It's like, you have better technology, you have all this better stuff. Why is what you're producing so immediately inferior looking.
Exactly. And the casting choices are not great
feels
either.
more like a grandiose, painfully serious Zack Snyder superhero flick than a whimsical kid's adventure. Don't get me wrong, the intention's obviously to contrast the bleak concrete jungle of the Muggle world with the vibrant magic and color.
And vibrant, really?
And vibrant by millennial standards, maybe.
That doesn't even look vibrant.
Colors of Hogwarts, but holy shit, we're not launching into some deadly serious epic fantasy here. The John Williams score from the movies was
see, that looks better.
pitch perfect for Harry Potter, combining intrigue and mystery with an undertone of adventure and danger, and just a hint of playfulness to remind you that yes, you're allowed to have fun with this one. The characters, on the other hand, are a bit of a mixed bag. The kids all look fine, I guess. The lead actor for
Why'd they make Hermione black? And also, why did they make Harry Potter gay?
Harry doesn't quite have the same spark and charisma that Daniel Radcliffe had, but I'm sure he'll do okay.
Nah, I disagree. Hermione looks fucking terrible. What did they do, bro?
Hermione is kind of meh. She doesn't have the bushy hair or the buck teeth or the pale skin that Hermione was known for, but, you know, apart from that, she's dead on, I guess. Aunt Petunia has been changed from a pretentious...
She has none of the key characteristics, but other than that, she's fine.
Yeah, that's brutal.
For some reason. And yeah, I know that's going to have Americans scratching their heads in confusion, but what can I say? If you know, you know. It does seem kind of strange, though, because the Dursleys represented a very specific kind of conservative, middle-class British family that's obsessed with appearance and reputation, which puts them exactly at odds with Harry and everything that he represents. If you've ever seen the sitcom Keeping Up Appearances, you'll recognize absolutely everything about them right there. Actually, it almost makes me wonder if old J.K. Rowling was a fan of the show too. The reality, though, is that the casting in general is probably compared unfavorably to the film franchise. Say what you want about the movies, but the actors they managed to assemble...
It doesn't matter if the new series looks like the old series. It only matters if the new series is representative of what is put in the books, because that's the source material. And the reality is, Snape wasn't fucking black. And he certainly didn't have dreadlocks. So what the fuck are they doing?
For them were absolutely
It drastically changes the context of how things happen in the story, too.
Yes. It's crazy. And it means either
Harry's
they're going
dad
to
was a racist.
It means, and Harry, I mean, Harry immediately dislikes Snape and everything. It's like, ugh. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Like they're either gonna look like idiots if they keep it true to the books, which they're not, or just the very act of race swapping means they're gonna have to treat the context differently as well. It's not as simple as, oh, we have an actor with black skin playing this character. No, you have to change a bunch of other shit too now that you shouldn't have had to change, because you're making things harder and stupider.
Something about a tree.
Alan Rickman, Maggie Smith, Ralph Fiennes, Gary Oldman, Jason Isaacs, Brendan Gleeson, Michael Gambon,
crazy
and John
cast
Hurt in the same fucking movie. Somehow, I don't think Nick Frost and John Lithgow are quite on the same level. Anyway, enough about that bullshit. Let's talk about the real elephant in the room. Draco Malfoy's hair.
Okay.
I hated that haircut so much.
There's one more. Also, Draco Malfoy looks horrendous.
And gay too.
You got the fucking broccoli.
Oh yeah, super gay.
That's rough.
I can pause.
Yep.
So when I saw him, I was like, oh man, you know who he reminds me of? One of those looks maxers. He's been mewing too hard. That's exactly what I was thinking. He reminded me a lot of what's his name? Clavicular.
Oh my god.
And how stupid. Like, yes. He's trying to hide the fact that he's gay.
Who, Clavicular?
Yeah, and this Malfoy guy.
Gotcha.
Seriously, what's with the fucking Gen Z bird's nest resting on his head? He looks about
It's so
as intimidating
stupid.
as Patton Oswalt. Oh yeah.
Who the f is that? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, and Snape's in the trailer as well. And I'll be honest, I think the casting department did a great job with this one.
There'd be a joke coming out of this. There's no way you believe this. There's no way. Okay? There's no way.
Yeah.
Because Snape being black is the most hilariously accidental racist choice they could have ever made. That the guy that everybody sus of for no reason also happens to just be black.
Apart from the hooked nose, the greasy straight hair, the thin physique, and the pale sallow skin, he's
Wait
the
a minute.
spitting image of Snape.
Yeah. What?
Ian,
Yeah.
was this the Snape we were promised 3,000 years ago?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
From the books.
Really?
Joking aside, race swapping
Good.
such a prominent character that was
Idiotic choice.
Yep.
clearly described as white in the books and was
As well as Snape was, if not for sure, the greatest character in the entire Harry Potter franchise, in my opinion.
played to absolute
Driver was
perfection
right
by
there,
Alan Rickman
yeah.
in the movies was a pretty dumb decision because ultimately it's just going to overshadow everything else about this show.
Yep.
It's basically the only thing that anyone's talking about right
Yep.
now, and based on the ratio on that first
And-
trailer,
Yep.
the talk has not been positive.
Yep.
It's also exposing the actor to a lot of hate that he absolutely doesn't deserve.
Which is going to be part of the, like, now it's like, oh, if you don't like Harry Potter, you're a racist. Like it's the same as with all the other entertainment and with video games and stuff. It's like, okay, oh, you hate Harry Potter, you must hate black people.
That's the worst kind of catch-22, because if
Yep.
you like it, then you hate trans people.
Yeah. People keep saying
Yeah,
that, like,
lol.
people keep saying that, like, if you're watching the show, you're like helping trans genocide. I'm just like, I'm still not gonna do it. I'm not gonna watch the show.
And for what? What does all this accomplish, really? Is it going to improve the show? Will it get more people to watch it? Or does it just become a convenient shield to hide behind so you can dismiss any and all criticism, no matter how valid or well-intentioned,
Yep.
as nothing more than ignorant bigotry?
Yep.
There's a reason most fans...
Listen, it's not like we don't want black people in our shows. It's not like we don't want Indians in our shows.
Wait.
Speak for yourself.
We don't want white people being recasted as blacks. Just like black people would be upset if a black person were to be recasted with a white man. If they were to make Black Panther be played by Christopher Hemsworth,
Do it. Oh my god, that would be so funny.
pretty
Oh,
sure the
that'd be
internet would lose
hilarious.
their fucking minds.
let out a collective groan
Everybody
these
knows
days
it.
every time a new remake or reboot of an old franchise gets announced. It's because the culture that allowed the original versions to get made the way they were just does not exist anymore. And what we
I've actually seen a comic of Black Panther, but he's white, and he gets fired because they needed him for a diversity fill-in, and they're like, we thought you were black. It's like, why? Just because of my name or something? Like, so yeah, he takes the helmet off and he's this blonde-haired white guy, and then he gets kicked out.
get instead tends to be a lazy, pandering, badly written facsimile of it. We've seen it in just about every other IP that ever got treated to a modern remake, and it would be a real shame if we saw it again here. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
What a great outro. Yeah, dude, if a character like Nami in One Piece were to have black hair, I'd be annoyed. If a character like Chopper, instead of being a reindeer, was a cow, I'd be annoyed. If a character like Luffy would be black, I would be annoyed. If a character like Usopp would be white, I would be annoyed. Right? We just want the characters to look like how the fucking characters look. And it's really that simple.
I think it's crazy that they managed to make it look so, like, just visually, like, all casting aside, they just made it all look much worse than the movies that came out years ago, decades ago.
The FX department needs to be fired for that decision, because dude, I there's a stylistic choice in there somewhere, but at what point do we say, all right, look, like, you've seen the old movies, right? Just don't make it look worse than that.
Yeah.
Is it that hard to do?
I mean, I know it's TV versus movie, but, like, also technology has improved so much. And again, it's like literally just change the filters you're using, because, like, I'm sure the raw footage probably looks better than their edited nonsense. It's yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's Black Snape.
I don't even know what to add to that. The AI memes for it are funny enough. I do tend to agree with a lot of people in my chat right now are saying Adam Driver would have been an obvious choice.
Yep.
Right? Like he kind of looks like Alan Rickman, so
yeah,
it would have worked.
Yep. No, but basically anything but what they were doing would work. Anyway, like I said, I'm tired. I don't want to do a super late one here, so yeah, I'm kicking you off too. Thank you for hanging out.
All right. No problem.
All right, catch you later. Have a good stream. Bye, Silas's chat.
Goodbye.
Peace.
And
bye.
Bye.
All right. Affinity, you can drop that in the Discord. I think I'm pretty much wrapping up here. But yeah, you can drop that in the Discord and I'll check it out later if it looks interesting. Discord is linked in the comments if you're not already over there. Yep. No, that and yeah, your video is good. Gobneo. Yeah, the worse they make the movies, the better our slop looks. I know, it's like, what, are we just gonna have to do our own movies? And I mean, we kind of are, just not on the full scale stuff yet. All right, there's other stuff I want to check out, but yeah, I think, like I said, I'm tired. I want to conserve energy for tomorrow's stream as well. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to check out, but I think we'll do that. Did you watch 100 yet? 1,000? I don't know what that is. All right, and you guys can go wherever you want, but I'll link Silas's stream too. You guys can go over there if you want. He's probably doing AI music or something. It sounded like he wasn't going to do a super late one, but yeah. So yeah, let me link that as well. Anyone else online, just out of curiosity? Wow, maybe not. Oh. Yeah, we'll just do Silas again. Let's see, is Don on there? Nope, looks like he's solo. All right, anyway, but I'll link that. It's a short story one. Like I said, you can drop that in Discord as well. Oh, the gay lumberjacks thing. I'm not sure if that's stream safe. I don't know what the copyright is on that. Anyway, like I said, that'll do it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll go ahead and we'll have fun with that one, boss. Yeah. All right. But yeah, thank you for watching. Whoa, why did my reactive fuck up? It's not the effect I was looking for. That's weird. AI music time. Over on Silas's stream, yeah. Yeah, and we'll check out more stuff tomorrow too. That's really weird that it why the fuck did I get kicked out when they left or something? Maybe that's what happened. Am I not in the call anymore? No. That's really weird. That's really weird. If I disconnect and reconnect, will it work? Disconnect. That's really weird. It's not pulling my model. I have no clue why that happened. I've never seen that before. Anyway, we were ending anyway. You don't need to see my model, but that's very weird. All right, thank you for watching, everybody. Have a good one. Peace. Like I said, go check out Silas's stream if you feel like it. Catch you later. Peace.
Heave away, me hearties, heave and never bend. For the right road's bloody narrow, and it never seems to end. Through storm and steel and centuries, he carried a righteous flame. Black-hearted Jack the Deathless, but the heart still feels the pain. He sailed when Rome